Oh, hello.
Welcome to Marital Hate.
I'm Douglas.
I'm Stacy.
We are married.
But we do not hate each other. Not usually. At
Not
least.
right now, anyway.
Got a little hairy this afternoon. Not really the hairy, like we weren't mad at each other. It was just you were getting like freaked
There's
out.
a lot going
I
on
was
today.
a little stressed out. And I was like, dude, just go do something that's going to make you feel better. Because I don't know about you guys, but like if people around me are stressed out, that is the only thing that like things will stress me out. Like a little bit like logistics, having to do a bunch of stuff, a lot on my to-do list. That will stress me out. But like, I love that shit. Like I love the adrenaline. I'll get moving on it. But if somebody around me is stressed out, fuck. I just suck that up like a sponge and I take it on and I want to fix their problem. And because I don't want them to be sad or stressed and I want to support people. And a lot of times you can't help someone. They have to help themselves. So,
you know what stresses me out? Everything.
Yeah, I know everything stresses you out. And that's why it's really fucking hard for me to be married to you.
Well, maybe you need to just calm the fuck down.
I'm fine until you start to freak out. And I understandably, given the fact that you have like gone on some massive freakouts. By the way, that's LCEC, the Cape Coral Electric Company going by.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we have lights, but that doesn't mean everybody in town does. And this transfer station is down the block.
Kind of stormy here today.
So if you have no power and you're in Cape,
you're not watching
Cape
us.
Coral,
you're watching us on your phone in your car.
You could be watching us on your phone in the car. LCEC is on the case. We've got a few watchers. So this is a Marital Hate. It's a live interactive podcast.
Live interactive. Weeknights.
5 nights a week, but we will be here on Sunday because we don't want anybody to feel sad and or alone on Father's Day. You might have a dad that doesn't talk to you. But
yeah, I'm your daddy.
Doug is going to be everyone's daddy that day.
Hello. And I'll be official dad.
Some people have dads that don't talk to them. Some people have dead dads. Some people's kids are across the country, whatever. A lot of people have reasons to be that they're alone on Father's Day, but we want to bring people together. That's how we roll here. And that's the cool thing about coming to the podcast is that we've created our own little fucked up family. As you can tell, it's a fucked up podcast for fucked up people.
Very much so. Yeah.
And one of my most favorite fucked up people on the planet, Platty, the pansexual, pangender platypus. Shout out.
It always says greets. He always says the greets. It's his patented phrase. I love it.
I think it's Canadian.
Canadian. Greets.
I'm not going to share his address or his name, which I happen to know, but he sent us
who the hell's
package that has arrived today. Shall we open it?
We could open it.
I'm going to open it because I've been excited about it.
Oh, this is good.
So if you look, I'm not going to show his address, but look, if you look at that little Platty. It's a baby Platty. I don't know. Is this
what if there's a suspicious white powder in there? I'll goddamn snort that.
We will snort
straight
it.
from the
I will
Canadian.
Can I tell you?
Snow.
I'm so gently opening this because I don't want to tear the little Platty. It just seems unfair. I learned things about platypus because of Platty that I did not know.
Yes.
For those of you who were not here the night we interviewed Platty, platypus sweat milk. So you're thirsty?
That bird is sweating us.
It's Florida.
Yelling at us.
To Florida.
So after a couple of days after Platty taught us about the fluorescent glow of the platypus, I saw a National Geographic post about it.
Sorry, I'm just looking to see if his tires are flat. Go ahead.
I was already done.
Yeah, it looks like his bike is fine. Sorry. Just watching the neighborhood kids because they've been inside all week.
That's right. And then today it rained.
They just got out. Because they've been trapped inside all day, the poor kids.
And now they're out. And it's crazy humid.
So I'm sorry. I got distracted for a second by a shiny object, shiny noisy children.
Did
you talk about the fact that platypus glow in the dark?
Yeah, and then like the following week,
dick on their foot.
I saw there was not a dick on their foot. It was like a little claw thing.
Dick claw, and it's poisonous. They have a poisonous something. I don't even know. Oh my God! Look at all of these. Oh, Platty, you're so sweet. I love
We could festoon our whole outfit with that.
I love the kids. Happy to support them, give them snacks and whatnot. But they know we do a live fucking podcast. What's up, guys? I want to check out all my little stickers.
Oh, bring it.
So these are actually really
one,
nice.
One by
the way, Platty has a little online shop that you should definitely check out.
You could, we could put up that whole
Platypus shop at platypus at etsy.com, and he also has another one.
You could just take that and put it up, and people could scan that QR. Look at that.
Go ahead and scan your QR code. So I've got here, you do these while I open the
Okay,
other one.
all
But
right.
they're really cool. Like they're nice, like they're really good quality stickers. That's
those are
when
good.
we actually have marital hate stickers. I need to send some to Platty and anybody else who wants them. I know I owe Nicole one. I owe packages to just about everybody under
So
the sun.
with these three, you can make a scene. This
Mhm.
appears to be some sort of happy mushroom sort of a situation. We have Alien, which looks like a Resident Alien, kind of, right? From Canada. And then we have a teeny tiny platypus right here. So you could make a scene where he's looking for the platypus and he can't see them because he's hiding behind the thing.
I wasn't really talking about getting that artistic about it, but this platypus is dressed up for Halloween as a ghost. This Platty is sleeping. Platty, are you in bed right now?
Is that like?
And then this one is reminding you to take your meds, which I think if you're watching this podcast,
You
maybe
probably
you do
need
need to
some,
be
yeah.
reminded to take your meds. So today was an interesting day for us. It's odd that it's
Well, it's
so,
been an interesting week.
by the
Last
way-
week was an interesting week. We don't know what the hell's going to happen day to day, folks.
no, but we're just kind of going with the flow, and that's when we're I think at our best point.
Flowmaster 5,000. Yeah.
So I actually had a call with our friend Melissa from church. She's actually the president of the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral.
Wow.
Wonderful woman, super nice. And I was helping her with her social media today. And during the conversation, I was talking about how sometimes, like last week, we dropped the ball a little bit on our social interactions.
Mhm.
And what happens is down the road, we pay the price.
You pay the
numbers
piper
drop off.
for dropping.
And I was like, oh, it's I forget the word I used, but I was like, it's killing me. It's killing me. It's killing me. She's like, stop saying that. She didn't say it like that. She's like super nice. She's like, beloved. Like she has this like super calm. Like, she's like, beloved.
Well, where you're like,
I'm
"Ah!"
saying this because I love you.
Yeah.
And I
it's
care
very
about
nice.
you. Don't say that
Reassuring.
it's killing you. And she
Yeah.
was so
And I
fucking
should do
right.
that. I should do that to you more often because
No, dude, we should all do it to each other.
friendship for everyone.
Friendship for everyone. My friend Christina does that to me too. She'll be like, don't manifest that. Don't manifest that. That's something we need to be reminding one another all of the time. Speaking of amazing women that inspire me, Ann Walker's here. She says, what's up? Emphasis on the up.
On the up.
It's up, then it's stuff.
And then it up and it up and it up and it's stuck.
I don't even I gotta tell you, I love that song.
That's a good song. You don't want to know the words.
I do want to know the words.
Yeah,
What
well,
the fuck is she talking about?
It's all about like having a Birkin bag and like like this, that, and the other. It's all about having stuff. But then it gets into some sexual stuff. But
so-
thank you, Platty, for the stickers. Those are fantastic.
It's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, and it's stuck. Is she manifesting?
Mm.
But when she says it's up and it's stuck, I think she means that like a dick is stuck inside of her.
Well, this is
But
worse.
does she mean like your energy? Because if she means if
I don't
it's
think
up,
she's talking about your.
I'm gonna listen. Music is open to interpretation. Certainly, your music is open to interpretation. People probably
No, because
a lot
I'll
of
tell
people
them
get the-
exactly what I meant.
Yeah, but a lot of times people get the wrong message out of your music.
Yeah, right.
And so, like Perfectville, people think it's like the super upbeat song. It's really a talk about like how people are fucked up. And you can interpret it however you want. And I'm gonna interpret Cardi B's song "Up," that it's up, that it's up, then it's stuck. Meaning we're going up, up, up with our personal development,
And then you get stuck
and then
there
we're
because
stuck
you can't come
we're
back
fucking
down.
awesome. You can't come down from there because you're just doing great. So in any case, I had
Big bag busting out my Bentley Balenciaga.
Balenciaga.
And then Balenciaga rhymes with Bentiaga. So if you just took I was going to read them. Man, Balenciaga, Barty back, and all these bitches effed. It's a big bag busting out the Bentley Balenciaga, man. Birkin bag, Barty bag. And you, I can't even say that.
There's
It's
a lot of words, but I don't know why you're suddenly. You can't say. She says the N word a lot.
No, I'm not saying that.
But one of my favorite parts is broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. And the thing that I think is funny about that is it makes me think of the Sparkle lady.
Yeah, right.
The one who just basically tells women to use men for money. Not cool, but here she is. In any case, I'm if you guys are so inclined, if you want to do Melissa a solid and follow Peaceful Possibilities on Facebook, I would truly appreciate it. I would consider it a personal favor.
What if Platty the pangender? I
Holy
can't even
shit.
say it.
Platty
My
the
mouth is
pansexual pangender platypus
follows peaceful possibilities
possibilities.
and the
That's a lot
prosperous What the hell is going
Somebody's
on?
using a drill, I think. Somebody's using some
Sounds
sort
like
of
a small
saw
tape here
or something. People are
making
doing
a
things.
noise.
In any case, we're going to get back over to the comments. Cardi B, you can take anything you want
can
and
make it
interpret it
whatever.
however you want. Words are just words. And it's funny because one of the things that I got a fair amount of shit, we've gotten a fair amount of shit about is the name of our podcast, Marital Hate.
Mm.
They're like, oh my God, that's a terrible name. Do you really hate each other? Blah,
Yes,
blah, blah.
we do.
No, it's a joke for us. It's a joke. It came
It's a
from,
goddamn joke.
we were playing video games and we would get frustrated with one another and we would go, Marital Hate. It's, when you spend every waking minute together the way we do, sometimes you're going to drive each other crazy, even when you love each other.
Like now.
But we do. What did I do?
I thought I was annoying you. And that's
No.
why I was.
You're not annoying me yet.
Day ain't
But
over yet.
I will say that we see the world through totally different eyes.
Yeah, we do.
And it can get hairy at times. I don't know how we're going to make it through another election season, but here we are going on 12 years together. How many elections is that? Anne says, no, my mind is up high in the clouds.
And the up, then it's stuck.
Girl, I am up with you soon. I took my cannabis oil. I usually take it at 7 on the dot. Totally forgot. Took it at 7:45. So I might not be as charming tonight as I usually am. I might be in pain. I might cry. Claddy says, you're welcome. There's another one coming too. Baby, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate you. And then Trace, OG Lesby in his house. She says, hi, peeps. Happy hump day.
Hump day.
We did not hump today.
We did not.
Well,
What the hell is that? What was that?
Last night you did some naked.
I don't know what I did. What did I do last night? Nothing.
Naked snuggling.
All right. So no. Here's what happened. I'll tell you what happened. She dresses naked. She dresses naked.
I dress
folks.
naked.
She sleeps naked. And then she wants me to sleep naked next to her. But I get cold. And so I get over there.
You know why? Because my face is bomb, ass tight, rack stacks up, shack's height.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's exactly right. Anyway, so I go over there and I was given the following instructions.
I said either fuck me now or don't.
Or don't.
But I don't want to be like, well, I was tired. I wanted to go to sleep. I'm like, either stick it in or move on with your life. I can't be dicking around. Like, either just do it. And he was like, well, how long do I have to decide? And I'm like, you have 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
And I don't even think I was awake in 5 minutes. I'm totally down to fuck. Anytime Doug wants to fuck, I'm usually down to fuck. However, if I'm asleep, it makes me angry. Like, I'm not as into it. So, like, let's just do it. Let's sleep naked every night. Okay, let's cuddle up against each other. If you feel...
The only person in the state of Florida that's cold.
Okay, unrelated to what I was saying, why are you cold?
Because I was naked. The air conditioner blowing on me.
Just lower the air conditioning.
All right.
Or use a blanket. Because we can be under the blanket.
Maybe I'll grow a coat of fur.
Okay, you're not a platypus. There's one platypus in the room and you are not it.
All right.
My point is, I would like...
What would you like?
This is what I would like. I would like, after the podcast, to go directly to bed. Directly to bed.
Do not pass go.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. We both take our clothes off.
Yeah.
If at that point you want to have sex, that is the time. Not we go inside, hang out.
When is it my choice?
It's your choice whether...
Oh, wait. Never mind. It is my choice.
Okay. So hear me out. This is what I would enjoy. And you can make whatever choice you want
Okay. All right.
based
Okay.
on
This
this
is good.
information.
This is good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I would like. I would like to sleep naked every night.
Okay.
I would like to go to bed immediately following the podcast.
Okay.
And then we can like watch TV in there. We can have sex. You can check your phone, whatever. But I want to go to bed because I don't want to go in there, do all the things in there, and then have to revamp and go in there. I want to just go.
What if I need to wind down?
You can wind down in bed.
Oh.
You can wind down in bed with your penis inside your wife. You just.
Is that how it works?
It does help for winding down in my experience. So you go in, we go inside. We head directly to bed. We do not
pass go. I hear you.
We go directly to bed. Passing. We take our clothes off and we have naked time.
Okay.
And our naked time can just involve like snuggling or being comfortable with our bodies and appreciate them in all of their glory. Or it can involve just going the fuck to sleep. But you have an hour window between the podcast.
Yep. And when you fall asleep.
And when I fall asleep for sex. That's 1 hour. I'm giving you a 1 hour window.
It seems like a pressure-packed situation.
Hang on. And then in the morning,
I
want you to snuggle up with me and meditate. That would be my perfect situation.
I don't think the Maharishi Mahesh Vishnu meant for people to meditate naked.
I'm not asking what other people want. I'm asking what I want. Nobody makes rules for me. I make my own rules. So
What are you, a cult leader?
I plan to be, yes. And y'all are going to be in the fucking cult. We have quotes. Quotes, not quotes. What do you call those things?
A
Comments.
comment and answer to hit me hard. Yeah.
I'm hoping
Like
Doug
that
will
good
hit
dick.
me hard tonight like the good dick, but that's if you hit me with your dick, I don't really get anything
I
out
don't
of
know.
that.
I went like that. Like, I don't know what, am I playing ping pong or something? I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know if you want to smack me on the ass, you're welcome to do that. So today, how was everybody's day? What did you guys do today? Like, how did you
Wednesday.
do you happen to live in Southwest Florida where the whole place is under a swamp? I'm thinking we could finally use our kayaks. Just use them to go down the street.
Yeah, it rained a lot here today.
A lot. There was like some
Although
places got it worse than others, but Sarasota, they had videos of Sarasota is about an hour north. Cars underwater.
No kidding. Well, when I watched the little snippet of the news online, and it said that like Naples South, like Everglades City, Naples, Marco Island, they just got nailed because it was just the red coming straight across. It was kind of like that day we got
but
it.
Just a lot of water.
A lot of water. Yeah, nothing bad. Just a lot of water and a little wind.
I'm trying to understand what happens because sometimes we get a shitload of water and it's gone immediately. And I think what happens is when the ground is as dry as it is, like it is right now, it takes a while for it to absorb.
Yeah. Well,
whereas when we've had like regular rain, like the whole thing's just kind of spongy and
spongina.
Okay. Dude, we were all over the place tonight.
So nobody has talked about their day, so we will talk about our day.
So my day was I had a meeting. I really dragged my ass getting going this morning. This week I haven't been feeling so well. My poop button is not working. For those of you who do not know, we talked about the poop button last night, and there's a short clip of it somewhere. So I was kind of dragging this morning. I had a great call with Melissa. She inspired me. I think I was able to help her out, share what I have learned through trial and error of social media. And I just banged out some podcast stuff, watched a little Housewives. Oh, shit, do we have some Housewives stuff today, by the way? And then took a bath, got a disappointing amount of poop came out. And then told you to calm the fuck down. that was pretty much my day.
I was kind of done. I'd worked on a lot of stuff. I worked on the church website. I worked on I have this stuff to put together for some work stuff just to kind of figure out how I'm going to work with these people. And I didn't even get to the second one of those. I looked for YouTubes. I did and what else I did?
But it was productive. It was a productive day.
It was productive, but it was like kind of one of those things that's like stuff you had to do in order to, like, I had to kind of clear my mind, load up to make these decisions and stuff. So it was kind of a brain intensive day.
But I think the key point of it, though, and we have to look at is like at the end of the day, like we all like get stuff done and we don't get stuff done. You have days where you don't feel like you were terribly productive. And that was how Doug was feeling today. But I think when you sit down, and I think it's super important to reflect on your day and think about what you've accomplished. When you sit down and think about what you've accomplished, you'll realize you accomplished a lot more than you thought, because like you showered.
Yep, I did.
You got dressed.
I did.
You changed your pants and your shirt at least once.
Pants and the shirts.
You made deviled eggs for breakfast. That was very thoughtful of you.
Did I make? Yeah, I did, and I have a leftover tomorrow, so I don't have to make those tomorrow. Oh, and you know what I did with the deviled eggs? They were deluxe. They had chives and a little tiny piece of bacon.
They were fucking deluxe. So if you had a day where you don't feel like, oh, I got anything, I want you to go through your day again and think about what you really got done. Because like I didn't, well, I showered, I took a bath later on in the day, but like I need to shave my legs. I haven't shaved my legs. Did you shave your legs today?
No.
Did you get dressed? Did you put makeup on? Did you eat your food? Did you?
Yes.
Thank you for the commentary.
Oh,
did you? But like, there's stuff. Did you let the dog out? Did you drive your kid somewhere? Like sometimes it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere, but I assure you, you were. And sometimes, you know, things don't go the way we plan, and maybe there's something better in play.
Yes.
Ian says, my sister's in Southwest Boca is having torrential rains too. It's been like this for a couple of days. Yeah, they've been telling us for like 2 weeks that we're going to have like these tropical storms and monsoons and all this rain. We were waiting. We finally got it.
They said by Sunday and Monday we'll go back into our old habits around here.
So normally we get like a midday afternoon shower that cools everything off, but it also makes it so that at this time of the year we have to keep the emergency top at the ready, because
indeed
it is what it is. So Do you have stories you want to talk
I
about?
have some
Because
stuff,
I have some stuff.
to go, but I just want to make sure all the comments are coming through because it said can't post comments from some destinations, but because we don't have. I guess YouTube's coming in, Facebook's coming in. All right, so we
Facebook
should
and
be
YouTube
good.
are coming in. That's
We
how
should be
it
all right.
usually is.
So,
By the way, if you're watching on Twitter X, go over to YouTube.
yeah,
If you're watching on
Come on over.
Instagram, go. Oh, Liquid Mags again. Liquid Mags
Liquid
always
Mags.
joins us
and then leaves.
and then leaves, and I have no idea who that is.
I don't know.
But watch on Instagram or Facebook. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, we can pull your comments up on the screen.
We will.
These birds are fucking crazy. They're like, it's been raining all day. We're going buck wild. My friend actually saw 8 gopher tortoises today.
That's insane.
For those of you who actually, I don't know if I'm. Yeah, she won't.
Yeah, you can share that.
One of my dear friend Christina, Vitamin C Chiropractic, which we are.
It's just bird city out here. They're finally coming out. Look at this pretty sky.
The sky is gorgeous, especially if you look down the street. It's all pink.
Sky was all purple.
But we had, my dear friend had a.
So while you pull that up, I'm gonna. Ian says, "Live there and don't forget." She's like, "Live there, don't forget." Why are you yelling at us, Ann? Calm yourself. I love the rain, and as you don't have much of it, yeah, we're like 4 or 5 inches under. I don't know how we are after today. Well, you do in each storm, but not up like up here, rainy all the freaking time. Yeah, and then or snowy too. Stephen Drums says, "Y'all into licking frogs and twipping balls?"
You mean buffo toads? I would totally do buffo. I'm fine with anything that like kind of grows in the ground.
Like a frog.
Yeah, like a frog's good. I did combo, which is where they burn your arm and rub frog poison on you.
But you don't trip balls. You just throw up.
You don't. Yeah, it's kind of like bee venom therapy.
Who was the first guy that realized that if you burn your arm, stick frog poison on it, you just start throwing up? Like, who invented that? Like,
Joe
who was
Rogan.
the first guy to do that?
Joe Rogan. And CNN came after him. I'm just kidding. I don't really know. I will say that I've done that, and I've also done ayahuasca, and I did ayahuasca up in New Hampshire. I also highly recommend that.
Ayahuasca.
So what I was gonna show you is this cute little guy. Ready for this?
Yeah, look at this bad boy right
So it's really small, but she's zooming in. That is a gopher tortoise.
It's not a bad size. Look, he's almost got like a saddle. Oh, like he's got something written on him.
I don't know what's
Or
going
he's
on
got
with him,
something
but he's a gopher tortoise. They are endangered down here in Southwest Florida. They live in the ground. Everybody loves them. I think,
That neighborhood needs some trees badly.
I think they're out and being horny.
Hey, who isn't?
Oh, it's springtime.
Speaking of out and horny, Steven says, you ever try belladonna, mescaline, DMT?
So I actually take belladonna for headaches, but I take a homeopathic dose, which is like teeny.
Which is, yeah. You can take that whole sleeve
I have
of them and you'd be good.
mescaline. Is mescaline prominent in my mushrooms? I'm not really sure. DMT. I took ayahuasca. Ayahuasca contains DMT, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember all the deadheads used to do the mescaline back in the day. They used to drop the mescaline. When I say deadheads, we were like the punks, and the punks and the deadheads end up saying, "Hey, you're not such a bad person, so come on over."
So DMT is similar to psilocybin, but it doesn't talk about it. I literally asked a very specific question. It can't even fucking answer.
It doesn't like you. Steven says peyote buttons are mescaline, I believe.
I have not done peyote, but I do. I do enjoy. I use cannabis oil for pain. I don't necessarily need substances. I wish I didn't need any. The pain is pretty bad, so I have to take cannabis oil every night. It helps. And yes, ayahuasca contains DMT. I did 2 ayahuasca trips up in New Hampshire, and I recommend them for anybody with trauma, PTSD, depression, substance abuse issues. It's definitely, they say it's like 20 years of therapy in a night, and they are not fucking around.
She ended up taking the ayahuasca, taking off all her clothes and running around in a subdivision. I had to go get her with a net.
That's not true. I was in Vermont, and I thought I was falling off a mountain.
No, you were in New
I
Hampshire.
had to hold on. Was it New Hampshire or Vermont?
Yeah, you were in New Hampshire.
I had to.
I don't know where you were psychologically.
No, but I think I was like on the Vermont border, and I had to hold on to the grass because I thought I was going to fall off the hill. In any case, I did. I was tripping balls. And Tracy says, if you've never done
it, let me tell you, crack is whack.
Oh, Tracy has a story. Somebody made her smoke crack.
It was like
It was not a good situation.
It's not good.
It was like a Hunter Thomas movie. Do you guys hear these fucking crazy ass birds? It's like the night with the horny cat. Remember the night with the horny cat?
So funny. But yeah, these birds are loud tonight.
Yeah, well, they're happy to get
so
outside.
I wish, you know what, Tracy, I wish you were around to help Whitney back in the day.
You could have told her.
She actually said crack is whack, but I don't think she believed it. I think you could have maybe talked to her about it.
You have your stories to pull?
I have a couple things.
Tracy says, sure can hear the birds, girl. They're just getting crazier by the minute, so you're going to hear them all night long.
So as a Celtics fan, showing some sportsmanship, the great Jerry West of the Lakers, who was a player for the Lakers, and then he coached the Lakers, and I think he was their GM for a while. And I was leaving that up for a second, and he was the model for the NBA logo, Jerry West, and he passed away today. And
rest in peace, Jerry West.
A loss to the sports community. Seemed like an awesome guy, and even though he was on the Lakers, we'll still appreciate him for his amazing career.
I used to root for the Lakers, just to piss off my family. Let me ask you a serious question. What is happening with the basketball? I thought it was
Celtics,
over.
No, Celtics are in the finals. The finals can be up to 7 games. You have to win the best 4 out of 7, the best of 7, right? So they need 4. They've already won 2 at home. They won the first 2 at home.
Of course, they went the Garden.
And they won them fairly. I want to say fairly handily. It was close a little bit in the second game. It's 2 more games, but one of our better players is out tonight. So who the hell knows? And I think we're playing in Dallas. So we don't know what's going to happen.
So did they win last year?
They haven't won since 2008.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they've been close with
Go Celtics.
And who is Tatum and Brown. They're playing against Dallas Mavericks. Is where they're
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, well, I don't think he owns that team anymore.
I don't know. I used to think he was great, but I've seen so many fucking clips of him being a dick. I really don't like him. What are you gonna do? And then of course, Steven says, I had a roommate smoke crack and buy it by the pile. He's a chronic masturbator. He's insane. Look him up. Nandor Navai. I will have to at some point.
I guess we just slandered him.
I didn't
chronic masturbator.
Who's not a chronic masturbator? If you're not a chronic masturbator, why? And Tracy says, "Oh, sad." I would like to ask that question one more time. If you're not a chronic masturbator, why?
Why not? I have another story if you'd like to know, and this is
because I have a shitload.
Everyone's favorite. Apparently, there was a fire in a hotel in Ireland, and they did a man on the street interview about the fire, and it turned out to be Henry Winkler.
That is not. It's not actually Henry Winkler.
It's actually Henry Winkler.
No way.
Watch. So if you scroll down,
that's not Henry Winkler.
Watch. You can't really hear it because it's shot from a TV, but.
Why did they use that terrible picture of him?
I know, it's pretty funny.
Like, they should be shot for that. Like,
listen, there's people you respect in this world. The Fonz is one of them.
The other night I went on a tirade about how I don't believe in the death penalty. Yeah. But I think if you make the Fonz look bad, you should get the death penalty.
Certain things.
Actually, I'll tell you this. I watched I did a Who Is Your Celebrity Crush?
Yes.
The other day, and I said Fonzie.
Mm-hmm.
He's so sexy. What do you guys think? Do you think who is your we had that?
I did the Elizabeth Montgomery.
Yeah, but you posted a picture and it looked just like Andrea, my friend Andrea, and Andrea's like, I have a picture just like this. So here's where it gets weird. I have this friend Andrea. She's amazing. Some of you know her, and she's an older woman, and
of mature stature,
older than I am, but so is Doug. She's not as old as Doug because Doug's 300. She is beautiful today and was a beautiful young woman who looks shocking like Elizabeth Montgomery, to the point where she would go out to dinner with her daughter and people would insist that she was Elizabeth Montgomery out with Tabitha. She's like, you think the actors just go out to dinner together? This is my actual daughter. I'm not Elizabeth Montgomery. So Doug loves my friend Andrea. Everyone loves my friend Andrea. But she reminds him of his mom.
A little bit,
but also reminds him of Elizabeth Montgomery. See where I'm getting at here? Crush on his mom. I mean, Elizabeth Montgomery, but reminds. And so he posts this picture of Elizabeth Montgomery. He says, I have a celebrity crush on her. And I'm like, looks just like Andrea. Andrea chimes in, says, I have a picture just like that I took for Jim. And once again, I'm just saying you should be more therapy.
And apparently I follow on Facebook or on Instagram
Yes.
Tabitha.
Yes.
The girl who played Tabitha.
She looks like Holly.
That fucking hot ass bitch right there.
You can't call cute little Tabitha a hot ass bitch, but
no,
she does look like our niece Holly.
She just keeps looking better too, like over the years. Craziness. Like, I mean, that's crazy. And she's not even like really, I don't know. She just keeps looking better. Anyways, so there may have been some hotness gene transferred down from the actress that played Samantha
and the child actor
to the child actor. Well, it was her and her twin. And so, anyways,
but Elizabeth Montgomery is not their actual mother.
No.
Okay.
Elizabeth Montgomery has actual children, so they're different. So,
Tracy says, "Oh, sad. Yeah, it's sad that people die." And then Steven says, "Chronic public masturbator." Again, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, I don't want.
Well, there's a guy actually in Cape Coral that's been busted driving around, jerking off with his dick out, and people take videos of it. You can Google it. Cape Coral man masturbating. You'll see it.
It's craziness. All right, I have one more thing to share. This is the thing. I was actually crying looking at this before the show because I had seen it this morning, and then I zoomed in. All right, so this was an ad for Wiggly Piggly. So it's a fake ad, but if you zoom in on some of this stuff, mice cream, toilet whip, like Miracle Whip, but for toilets. There's something over here called navel grade pork, ox groin. It's unbelievably funny. Festoon-a-rooney.
Freeze milk,
meat with or no milk. Yeah. Hunger be gone. Food bowls.
Celery juice
with
intense watery taste.
So I was just dying looking at this. Like
frozen
powdered meats.
Frozen tits.
Frozen tits.
Mardi Gras
ready. Hot meat. Hot pea pie. It's broccoli. Then grandpa limes. I think action carrots. Syphilis jelly. These liquid flour. It just killed me. Mollycoddle pork, but I don't know. I cramped crackers.
So
it just killed me, and I saw it today, and I wanted to share it with everybody.
Okay.
Navel grade pork. It's one for the ages.
Randall says, I can't follow for another 14 hours, but I will when I'm allowed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rand.
And he says, love y'all. We love you. And Heather's here. She says, hello, friends.
Hello, Heather.
Hey,
our beach going.
Actually, thank you for the reminder. It is Pride, and in support of Pride, Doug and I are wearing our free mom hugs and free dad shirts. We've done a Pride remix for the pod. We just want you to know if you happen to be of the LGBTQ persuasion, or really any persuasion for that matter, we love you. And we support you. We accept you for who you are.
You'll even accept chronic public masturbators.
Yeah, I'm down with everybody.
Tracy liked the Wiggly Piggly thing.
It was hilarious.
I don't know. That navel grade pork just got me.
It's all hilarious, but I will say it's tough because if we bring something up on the screen for the pod, we can't use it as a clip later. So it can be funny all we want. But
then if we go on Spotify and Apple, it's just going to be our voices. So it's not going to be the same.
Yeah. So you can't.
So we might not have to go with visual cues at all. Well, it would just be boring. We'll just talk for 20 minutes and be done.
We're not boring.
The rest is an ad.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's boring. I don't think you have to use visual aids all the time, and I think that sometimes they're helpful and sometimes they're not. I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself.
Okay.
So anyway,
all right.
We have I have my hashtags that I want to go into with you guys.
Let's go into I like the discussion of the hash.
You do?
Yes, I do like the discussion of the hashtags.
So apparently, Real Housewives, and I don't even know why the hash. Oh, because I spaced out the fucking hashtag. Real Housewives of New Jersey is trending, and the reason why is they are talking about changing the show completely.
Yes.
They are not doing a reunion in the traditional sense at the end of the season. So I don't know if you guys watch Housewives, but I like New Jersey and Atlanta. Jersey, there's like this Teresa character and her brother and his wife, and they're constantly fighting. It's been 5 seasons.
It's grown old.
Of them fighting, and it's just like I've had enough of it. It's like just don't somebody needs to be killed. One of them needs to go because I'm sick of listening to this nonsense. So anyway, apparently their ratings have been going down because I'm not the only one who's sick of it. It's the same thing over and over again. So they're talking about revamping the show, and there's supposedly certain people are safe, like Teresa and Dolores, but who knows? So in Atlanta,
they should get a bunch of new hot chicks. Nobody cares about these old hags. Nobody cares about them.
Well, I don't necessarily think that that's true because there are people that like people are invested in Dolores.
Yeah.
Because people want to see if Dolores gets married.
Yeah.
I think people like the new Danielle, that new chick. People like her.
All right.
There's another new chick. I can't remember her name. She has like a ponytail and a pointy nose. I don't
Pointy
like.
nose
I think
chick.
that's Danielle. I don't know.
funny.
But they I don't like her as much.
Yeah.
But there's people on the show that people are invested in. But what they did in Atlanta a couple of years ago was Atlanta was like people were no longer into Atlanta. So which is interesting because we haven't got that far. People were no longer in Atlanta, so they basically did an open casting for Housewives.
Oh.
And they got some new people. But for me, like, listen, I find these shows to be ridiculous and entertaining, especially what we've seen lately on Atlanta.
It's fantastic.
We're way back on seasons, but I think people are getting annoyed with watching people just fucking blow money on stupid shit. And all these housewives shows, it's fucking wealthy ass fucking people. Like, show me a real housewives show with like regular people, like real housewives.
It's called marital hate, folks.
Real housewives.
But here's the other thing. It's like they're just nasty to each other, usually. Like 100% of the time.
Well, I mean, it depends on the show, but yeah, they're nasty. And I think people like realize that being the villain makes them it makes them what do you call it? It helps their ratings. It keeps them on the show, keeps them relevant. It's clear that a lot of them like stage drama just for the sake of it, and you're sure that like behind closed doors they're strategizing with one another.
Of course.
As a matter of fact, they just did one of the reunions, and they talked about Housewives in New Jersey was talking about how a group of people got together before the reunion to strategize and figure out how to take people down. And it's like, listen, who I am on the podcast, who I am is who I am in life. I'm a real fucking person. I try to keep it as real with you guys as humanly possible.
It's real.
And, I'm certainly a human being with flaws and I fuck up on regs, but
I'm a real live boy.
When I comment, I'm not really sure about you. When I comment on something on the internet, like people will be like, oh, it's just Facebook. No, that's who you are. If you're an asshole and you make an asshole comment, you're an asshole. Actually, I had 2 fucking shitty comments come in today.
But you had good comments today come in as well.
We had a little bit of both. Yeah, I'm going to get to that.
But I will say this, like, I don't think those people were friends. It's not like because they make you think it's like a friends group that they're following around.
Some of them are friends, but like the reality is it's politics, right? Like everybody wants to get on a reality show. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to make money. But
everybody wants to sell their line of.
But they want to continue to make money. They want to continue to be on the show. And listen, like I would rather do something like slow and steady, like we've been doing with the podcast, than to do things that are unscrupulous. And it's funny too, because there's even been things on the podcast like where I've gotten upset about things and or people's actions or whatever, and I felt like angry and I look back sometimes and I'm like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have said that, or I'm upset with myself for feeling that way, or that wasn't the way to handle that. And I can admit I'm wrong because I'm wrong a lot, and that's how I grow. That's how I become better. And Gary V talked about today is if you want to be successful, you have to get very comfortable with failure. And for myself, 10 years ago, I set a goal of being New Year's Eve. I set this resolution every New Year's Eve for the last, I don't even know, 13 years to fail more. Because if I fail more, I win. If I fail more, I accomplish my resolution and I learn something from it. And if I don't fail, then I didn't fail. So like I win no matter what. Try it. It's fun. We got some comments here. Heather says, I appreciate your support of Pride Month. Indie Pride was super fun this year and hardly any protesters this year. Dude, they have fucking protesters. Like
I don't know how anybody would.
We didn't. I don't remember there being any protesters at Cape Coral Pride. No, not. I will say this: not all of the Pride events are that positive.
No, I know, but they should be.
They should be.
Yeah.
But herein lies the problem. Like San Fran, and I know some people are into this, but I was talking to our friend Art from the Roaming Royals, and he was talking about how they were at San Fran and they had some guy like getting fisted in the middle of the street, and he was like, "It was great," and I'm like, no, it's not great. Do that in a private setting.
Yeah.
Like
not for the road.
If the
or go to a club called, what was it? The Crisco Disco.
Well, I mean, but people are do it at the Crisco.
But here's the thing. Not to interrupt you, but any percent of any population are going to be assholes. There's going to be
of course,
there's
any
a
percent of any
it's a low
population is going to
percentage.
be assholes.
Hopefully
But here's
low.
the thing, I'm a big believer in like trying to do the right thing to be effective and think about what you're doing, which is ironic given the fact that I get baked and say fucked up shit on this podcast and have no regard for like
for
the
human
consequences. I have regard for human life, but like the next day I wake up and I'm like, I said what? But I think like when you're doing something, you know, be it marketing a candidate or hosting an event, you need to think about the long range impact of that.
Yep.
And with these pride events, for me, I want the events to be as family friendly as possible. I want people to see that, guess what? The gays are just like the straights. We're all far more alike than we are different. But we live in a world where we want people to be divided so that we can easily manipulate them and control them and make them hate each other. So I'm just going to love everybody. I'm going to love everybody.
And that's
I
wrong.
don't care who you fuck. Well, I can be wrong, but I'm going to do it. I don't care who you fuck. I don't care what color you are. I don't care. You know the drill. I say it every goddamn night. And then Heather says, "Oh, reality TV is so annoying."
It really is, but sometimes it's
Shut up.
just like you just need
Heather,
to go for
shut
it.
up. I love that shit.
Although,
It entertains
Apparently
me.
Heather has not watched Love After Lockup, which is
Ooh.
hysterical. And what was the other show we liked? There's a couple other shows.
The Groove Hotel, or was it Get Your Groove Back?
The one that we couldn't get through was like MILF Island.
MILF Manor. MILF Manor. But the bottom line is like,
Couldn't get through
listen, you can enjoy whatever you want to enjoy on television or not enjoy it. I like something that requires very little brain power on my behalf. I wish though the reality shows were actually reality shows. Like I would
Oh yeah, no, that'd be good. Like a documentary.
I would love to do a reality show where like we were traveling and doing your music and they were like videotaping us 24 hours a day and editing it down. Of course, can you imagine having to edit that? I don't even know.
We'd have to,
Heather says exactly, and I think she means
about pride.
About pride and
Yeah.
making it a family-friendly event and showing that everybody's just the same.
Yeah.
And then she says, "Ha ha ha!" It's entertaining until they fight the whole
Oh my
episode.
God. Even like I swear to God, like some of those episodes are just like.
Well, okay, so we're on like season 7 of.
And it took 7 episodes, 7 seasons for Candy to crack finally.
No, she's gotten in people's face more than a few times. So we're watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're somewhere around season 7-ish. There's this chick, Portia. She's always like, she's like her, like a descendant of like civil rights leaders. And she thought that the Underground Railroad was a train.
It was a train.
Like an actual train. She's stupid.
That was an actual
She's stupid
railroad.
and she's kind of a hoe. But no judgment. And then there's this chick.
Sorry, Portia.
Kenya, who is Miss USA, who's kind of batshit, but she's growing on me. And then there's Candy Burris, who is in Escape, and she's been on every reality spinoff. We love her. Then there's this Phaedra Parks.
Phaedra is just
hilarious. She's just a character.
You know what she is? She's like the Delta Burke character on Designing Women.
Kind of, but she's
character.
But she tries to pretend to be a proper Southern woman. But honestly, she's total trash. she's hood, and I don't just mean like hood in the sense that like she does fucked up, unscrupulous things, but also like the things that come out of her, like talk about thought, that hoe over there. I'm not saying she's a hoe, but like some of the stuff, like she's walking around with her ass hanging out, like she walks around practically naked.
I don't mind.
How much ass have you seen on this show?
Oh, lots of.
Like if you want to watch a bad reality show with
brown
your husband, watch the
booty.
Housewives of Atlanta because they're always walking around with their shit hanging out.
Oh yeah.
So so the thing that came up this week was that apparently, so Portia, the dumb one, and Candy, the one that's our favorite, at some point in time made out on the dance floor.
Oh.
So Candy's like, she does a show called Candy Coated Nights. She sells a sex toy line.
We've shared some sex toys.
We have shared some of it. We shared one last night. So she's open about her sexuality, but this chick Portia said that she's in the closet and that she was in a relationship with a woman for 7 years, and she's like, no, I wasn't. And then she says that her and her husband were going to drug her
and bring her down to
their sex dungeon and have their way with her and some other chick. And of course, they don't have a sex dungeon, but that's slanderous. That's pretty fucking slanderous.
Accusation.
And so she kind of backpedaled on it, but it's like, what is going on with these shows?
What is going on with
these people? Like,
and then,
I think like, okay, so Tom and and Steve showed up last week.
That was reality.
They did it. Yep. And Hookah Bob had left us a bunch of candy. They ate a bunch of candy. There were stories about juggalos, just random nonsense.
It was entertaining.
I think my life is fucking crazy. Nobody's is accusing me of that kind of thing. So yeah, there's that. And Heather says, haha, it's especially entertaining until they fight in the whole episode. She says, oh my, well, we can't all be smart.
Well,
no, we can't. And I'm not always smart.
But I think that's the thing. Like, if they wanted to go with smart people, like, it would just be like really
what
kind
do
of
they
boring.
look for? They look for people that are characters, which is why I would be freaking amazing on one of these
she
shows.
said that about the railroad. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think that's probably something you would learn as a Southerner of the African American persuasion.
Being that you're like a direct descendant.
Yeah, you would think. Yeah, her grandfather
activist.
Was I forget the guy's name, but yeah, he was an associate back then. Oh, geez. Heather, you might want to cover your ears because Cindy Bennett is here, and you never know what's going to come out of this chick.
She says, "Hey, girl, I haven't gotten to watch your polo yet. That's how bad I am about watching polos."
Did you send a? She sent you a polo?
Yeah, and Darcy sent me one 3 days ago.
Yeah,
I haven't watched either of them. I've been straight out. Her grandfather was Reverend Hosea Williams. I don't know what he did. He was a civil rights leader, activist, ordained minister, businessman, philanthropist, scientist, and politician. He's best known as a trusted member of the fellow famed civil rights activist and Nobel Peace Prize winner Martin Luther King Jr.'s inner circle. So he is part of MLK's inner circle, and this dumb bitch doesn't know that there's not a train. She was like, how did they get on the train? Like, really? You think it's a train?
Dumbass.
Go ahead. What do you got?
No, I got nothing. I already had my stuff. So this is all about the hashtags.
Back, well, I've got a few other things. The Christopher Reeve is trending.
Oh,
so apparently
he's dead.
Yeah, super dead. So apparently it's Superman Day, which I didn't even know was a thing. Like, why?
I didn't know. No, I also heard it was some other day today. Oh, it was what the guy's name? Some baseball pitcher pitched a perfect game like in the 60s or something. They call it that guy name. I forget his name, but yeah. But Superman Day.
So in any case, there was recently at Sundance, they released a documentary about the life and
super dead. It is very funny.
He is super dead.
He's super dead. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that one made me laugh.
I understand.
Heather, thank you for that.
We're all over the place tonight.
Sorry.
Every time I try to get through a story,
super dead is funny, and it was just something like I'm used to you saying. And
yeah, he's dead and super dead. It's funny. All
right, go ahead. Ayahuasca.
No, I'm. Okay, I'm gonna crush up Adderall and give it to you so you can focus at one thing.
You're gonna put it in my butt so it's like fast acting. Brush it up on a paper towel. It's a line from Hot Tub Time Machine. Best movie ever.
I don't know how to do the podcast.
All right. Well, you could go back to your.
I'm trying, but you keep throwing me off. But no, you're fine. She says I'm throwing her off my thought. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely Heather's.
It's definitely. Oh my God! When you get like this, it's like he gets slapped.
Look at Cindy's like, is Doug hyper again tonight? Yes, I am. I laughed my ass off before the show. I shared my my Piggly Wiggly ad with everybody. That was so funny. And now Stacy's annoyed.
Well, I want to be able to cover any topic in a way that people can follow it. So
let's get back on the train.
Do you go ahead?
On the Underground Railroad train. And if people are just tuning in, they're thinking I'm the biggest racist in the world. But no, you just go back 30 seconds and you'll know why.
Listen, I'm fine with you being silly. I want you to be silly all the time. It's just the only time that you actually try to act silly or add any color commentary and don't stare at the screen like a serial killer is when you're like totally derailing whatever I'm talking about or making a joke about something I'm serious about.
Okay. I will try not to.
And it drives me a little crazy to the point where I very well may ring this bell. And unfortunately for me, this bell is not wired to a bomb like in Breaking Bad, but I'm working on it.
It is not.
I'm working on it. If anybody knows someone, I would appreciate it. I have no idea what the fuck the topic was.
Christopher Reeves, Superman.
Christopher Reeves. So they made a Christopher Reeves documentary. It was recently released at Sundance. I have not seen it myself, but I hear it's incredibly moving.
Best friends with Robin Williams, Christopher Reeves.
Okay, well, he's also dead.
Is he SD? He's super dead.
Read the comments.
She goes, "Where's the drain?" Yes. Heather, you're a bad influence. I am drinking San Pellegrino. It was the only thing I could only like carbonated water that I could find at Costco that came in glass.
Which that's actually originally why we bought Topo Chico, because we thought
we
it
thought
came
it
in
was
glass,
glass,
but it's
but it
actually
ain't.
high.
You can get it in glass, but it's super expensive, and they sell it at Costco.
And it's high in BPAs.
Forever.
Yeah, you're forever.
So nothing good.
Microplastics,
It looks like I'm like pounding some sort of Chianti.
He's not. Just water. So I'm going to attempt a hashtag. We'll see how it goes. Lots of flooding in Florida. Hashtag Floridian is trending.
Water everywhere.
Okay, so this is interesting. Rob Schneider is trending.
Rob Schneider has gotten himself into some hot water lately.
I don't know that he's gotten himself into hot water. He's a conservative. He's come out and been open about his politics. But today's...
That'll give you some hot water in this day and age.
So if you have an opinion that disagrees with someone else, you're going to be in hot water.
No, that's not true. You can disagree, but you have to disagree properly. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So
okay, so the point of my story was that Rob Schneider is trending.
Yeah.
And the reason why I thought it was funny is because today's Marry Fuck Kill
was Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider. So I can't help but wonder if
we're trending.
The catalyst.
We're driving trending.
We are driving Twitter trends, perhaps. I don't know. But this morning I did a Marry Fuck Kill, and we do this every day. Obviously, we're not going to marry any of them or fuck them or kill them against their will. They have to give consent. It's just a game. Don't take yourself too seriously. In any case, the picture that I did today was David Spade, Rob Schneider, and Adam Sandler. And interestingly, only 3 people answered this. 2 of them wanted to kill Spade. 1 of them wanted to kill the other 2 and keep Spade.
That's funny. I actually listened to Spade and Dana Carvey have a podcast, and it's pretty good. But Spade's not that super funny, and like everybody goes on there, they want to talk to Carvey because he's so talented, and he just says like kind of dumb stuff. But I don't dislike the guy, which is weird because I should probably dislike the guy, but I don't.
There's something about
he was Joe Dirt.
There's something about Spade that has always rubbed me the wrong way. I did love him in Joe Dirt, but there's something about him that's always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like he's like always snarky and negative.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of him out in public. There's a lot of controversy about his relationship with Chris Farley. A lot of people blame him for Farley's death.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy that. Just from what I know from kind of passing.
I had read that a lot of people blamed him for his death. I didn't make that up. Like
I didn't say he did that.
So you're saying you don't believe it, though?
I don't know. That could be hearsay because they seemed like they were super tight and they were.
But that's why people blamed him, because he was using and he went out with Spade, and he believed that people believed that Spade was responsible for his usage, and that because they were good friends, people were blaming him. Okay. So I
found out today.
I don't know enough to speak intelligently. But that is what I had heard somewhere. Go ahead.
Speaking of Robin Williams, I found out that he was with John Belushi the afternoon that John Belushi had died, and the girl was coming over with the drugs, and he's like, I don't like her. I get a bad vibe from her, and he left.
Interesting. Well, I will say that I have always not really. There's something about David Spade. I think it was just like on news radio. He was kind of a dick.
He was kind of But I definitely got a snarky
videos of him and clips of him. He just always felt like negative vibes to me, so I had to get rid of him. I love Sandler. However, he's walking around like a homeless person 90% of the time.
Yeah. He's like Keanu Reeves' like brother that it didn't get the sexy gene.
How did Keanu Reeves enter into this?
Because he's like the same shape and height as Keanu Reeves.
He's not the same shape and height as Keanu.
The same shape and height. About the same age.
Yo, I think Doug is on actual crack tonight. Like, I seriously have no idea what he's talking about.
That is an allegation. I deny that allegation.
Okay. You think Keanu Reeves...
Pull up Keanu Reeves. Pull up a picture of bearded Keanu Reeves and a picture of bearded Adam Sandler, and you tell me that they're very different. Okay. Boom. There he is. Okay.
I don't know how to pull 2 pictures up at the same time. Trying to find a picture of the two of them together.
See, they've never been seen together. This is talk about a conspiracy.
Oh. I don't know what to do with you today. Seriously, you're driving me crazy.
What are you talking about? I just came up with a conspiracy that Keanu Reeves and Adam Sandler are the same guy. Telling you.
Okay, well, I'm trying to pull up a picture of the two of them together.
Okay. Yep.
I'm not finding a picture of the two of them together, so that's frustrating. Here is an image of the two of them that I will open up.
Okay. You guys be the judge.
I don't think he has anything to do with fucking Adam Sandler. I think you're on actual crack today. I don't even know what to do with you.
I'm going to rest my case, folks. This is entirely possible. All right, there's the two of them.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to show.
Oh, you just want to show that one?
First of all, Keanu is tall and skinny, and he wears clothes that fit him, and he looks reasonably decent when he goes out in public. Adam Sandler, now this is a flattering picture of Adam Sandler, who does nothing but walk around in gym shorts that are 10 sizes too big and hoodies, and he has a hot dog in his hands at all times.
All I'm saying is they're both men. They're both about the same height. Look, the guy on the left just has the wig with the widow's peak. Look, you can kind of see the widow's peak under there on the right. They both smile. They both have necks. Just saying. This is pretty funny. I don't know why you're not finding any humor in this, because I think it's funny as hell.
I'm just getting frustrated because I've had to try like 9 points that I've tried to make today, and there's just no hope for it. So that's Keanu Reeves right there. Just so I'm clear.
You don't fucking
That's know. Keanu Reeves. That looks like Keanu Reeves. Really?
Well, that looks kind of like a heavy set.
What do you guys
Borat.
think?
Is what that looks like.
Okay, so back to the comments, because I'm going to try anywhere.
All right, so Cindy asks.
Cindy said it looked like a beer. He was not drinking beer. He doesn't like beer.
I don't like beer.
She says, like how the fuck do you disagree properly?
Well, there's a proper way to disagree.
You ring a bell.
Well, that's one way to do it. Sure. The other way is
no, but I think that we should disagree properly by treating one another with respect, kindness, and compassion.
Yeah, Cindy.
And try to. It's like you're on drugs. What is wrong with you tonight?
Isn't it nice to see me smile?
No, I've had enough.
Do you want Down in the Dumps dug back?
No. I'm just trying to do something. And
Underground Railroad. You know you're laughing on the inside.
I'm really not. I'm really getting increasingly frustrated with you because I work very hard to prepare content for the podcast.
I know you do.
And anytime you can, you're just derailing it tonight. Like anytime I have a path to any.
I'm going to show you guys how my mind works. She goes, you're derailing it. I'm thinking like the Underground Railroad. Just ring the bell. Go ahead. Ring the bell. I deserve it.
I'm just going to walk away, let you do the podcast by yourself.
Get back to your hashtags.
But it's like, I would like for you to interact with me, but I would like for you to not completely change the subject.
Okay.
When I spent hours preparing for the podcast.
I know you do. You do a very good job, honey.
You sound like fucking David Spade. I'm going to throw you in the pool. Oh
all right. So I'll get back to the comments.
I need a moment.
All right. You do that. People make their own choices. Yes, they do. I don't know what we were talking about back then, Cindy. Sorry. Sandler is the best. He's humble and doesn't care to dress fancy.
But do you want to be married to a man that walks around dressed like that 24 hours a day? I'm fine with Doug just wearing, I love the way he dresses. T-shirt, shorts, T-shirt, jeans, occasionally a polo shirt. Perfect. Adam Sandler looks homeless.
Maybe he's humble. Randall says, "Can I have some?" And do a search. She did. Keanu versus Adam, and then Cindy says, "Definitely not the same person," which I think you might be right. They do have the same nose. Thank you, Randall. Absolutely agree, but some can't agree to disagree when the bell comes in handy. I guess, yeah, it does. And then and Cindy is laughing her ass off because of our.
Does they have the same nose? No, they do not. There's no way. I just
I'm gonna do a TikTok of that, and it's gonna catch fire.
Keanu has a full nose, but Sandler has like the bulbous,
The
kind of
roundy
thing at
round,
the
yeah.
end,
Keanu's a little bit more pointy.
Keanu has a. I don't know how to talk about these noses in a way that's not going to get me into any kind of trouble. But
Cindy says no, they do
noses.
not. He's just trying to ruffle your feathers, and it worked. Feather ruffled.
Tracy says I am. LOL. I don't know what you're laughing about.
She's laughing at me. That was funny.
Absolutely agree, but some can't agree to disagree, and that's when the bell comes in handy. I guess, yeah, but not everybody carries a bell around with
That's
them.
right. Maybe everybody
you can make a bell noise in your phone.
Here's what we do. We brand a bell, marital hate, and we send it out to all the couples, and we merch it. So then, what the hell is going on over there?
Sandy Smith has messaged me. I have no idea who that is.
She don't know who that is.
Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well and enjoying life.
Oh, Sandy Smith.
I mean, I am, but I'm kind of in the middle of a podcast. Oh, this is a spammer that I have somehow become friends with.
Nice.
So I'm gonna.
That's the trouble with being nice to people.
Block
You
Sandy
get
Smith.
done spammed.
Okay. So yes, we all need a bell. Cindy says, I think we should start selling marital hate branded bells.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah.
Like a little marital hate right down here.
Yeah.
You can just have a bell that you ring at your people. Okay, so my point about the whole Sandler of it all was the MFK. So for me, the FMK, because I need my husband to look relatively put together. Only one of us can be a hot mess. Because let's face it, it's me.
If I had said that, it would have been wrong.
It would have been hurtful, yeah. But
I'm not
I am a hot mess. I know that. I don't wear a bra. I don't wear panties. My hair is always crazy.
You have not said anything that I disagree with in my soul.
Thank you. So I don't think I should really be thanking you for that.
No, I like the fact you're running around here naked, no panties and no bra.
But I was talking about when we go out in public. When we go out in public,
I am never ashamed of you in the public.
Although
when you're pulling shells out your cooch at the public beach, it's a little dicey. But
how is that dicey?
How else are you gonna get them out?
Okay, first of all, I've never had one in my cooch. I would like to be clear. Just to be clear, I have never had a clam in my clam. But I used to be hot as fuck. I used to wear like the cute little dresses and the 5-inch heels and the whole Michigan.
It's how you got me.
And it is how I got you. And then I bait and switched you, got sick, fat, and ugly, and here you are, stuck with me. So I would appreciate. So for me, I don't want to walk around with a husband who looks like as much of a train wreck as I do. I prefer the way it currently exists, whereas strangers at church stop me to tell me how handsome my husband is.
Hi there.
Is he quiet because you're so extroverted? I'm like, my husband quiet? Can't get the motherfucker to shut up, especially when I have a point to make.
Tonight.
So I said that because Sandler did not dress back to the FMK that I've been trying to talk about for a half hour.
Just give us your choice.
I'm going to take you in the bell. I'm going to shove the...
It's good, doesn't have a flange. We'll send you in the pool. You can't swim. Get do this podcast. I'm gonna do it with the Stacey puppet.
Do it.
That's not the point. That's not the point. People need to be nice to each other, and people should treat each other kindly. I know I'm a hot mess, and I know I have shells in my cooch, but here we are in the podcast. Oh yeah, Cindy's right. I'm in a lot of trouble. I wish I had a mop or something to put on to represent it. And take Monolaurin. Sorry, take Monolaurin. Monolaurin is good for you. It's made from breast milk. Oh, that's a good point. Vladdy says you need a gong. Like the gong is to cut the crap. The and the bell is for hate. Yeah, you're right, Cindy. I am in trouble. And Cindy says same. I'm always the hot mess, and undergarments are yuck. They really are. They really are.
Not comfortable, but I think I'm going to start wearing a chastity belt if I'm really honest with you guys right now. I'm a little annoyed with Doug. I worked really hard to prepare for tonight's podcast.
I know. I keep interrupting, and I apologize.
And derailing the conversation completely. Can we try this one more fucking time, please?
Do you need Cindy to come over as backup? Because she wants to know. She lives in Northwest, and we'll take a little while to get down here. Northeast, take a little while to get down here.
Can I come live with you? Do you want a hot mess woman who has no job and is obsessed with her podcast?
Running around the house naked
in your because I'm willing to do that. So back to the fucking point. I thought it was interesting that Rob Schneider was trending on Twitter, X,
Yes.
as it were, and that we had used him in an FMK today.
Yes.
In the FMK today,
Mhm.
I said that I would kill Spade because he annoys the shit out of me. I would fuck Sandler because I don't want to be walking around with somebody who's even more of a hot mess than I am.
Yep.
And I would marry Rob Schneider because Rob Schneider, much like myself, is a conspiracy nut.
Okay.
And Rob Schneider was also on Twitter today.
Yeah.
Talking about, he was interviewed by somebody, I don't remember who it was, but he was interviewed for Twitter today, and he was talking about he's on like the Academy, the board that was like had their whole meeting about what to do about the with Will Smith slap heard around the world.
Yeah.
It's worth noting that he's friendly with Chris Rock. They've done a lot of work together.
Yeah,
They've
they were
done
on
SNL
the
together.
show
They've been all the
together,
Sandler films together. But you know, he basically came out and said Will Smith is a fucking asshole, and that the Academy handled it the way they did because they were worried about being accused of being racist.
Yeah.
And that their fear of being called racist kept them from doing, you know, what they needed to do in a timely fashion. And if anybody else had fucking done it, meaning a white person, if a white person had done it, that it would not be okay. So the thing that was interesting to me was the fact that he was like, I was on the panel, and then he comes out and says he's an asshole. Like, I think you're supposed to maintain some level of couth in terms of that. I do agree that Will Smith is an asshole, though. So I don't, you know,
I don't know if I don't know if I fully agree. I think they let him stay because he was up for that big award, and if they took him out, it would have made a bigger controversy, and they would have looked even worse.
Well, again, Schneider was on the panel.
Yeah.
What they did or didn't do, I don't know, but I do believe that Will Smith's behavior was completely unacceptable, and I don't care if he's planning on getting an award or not.
Yeah.
What is the message that we're sending to young kids in America?
No, yeah, exactly. It wasn't this year; it was last year,
dude,
right?
However fucking long ago it was, but he was interviewed about it. But herein lies the point. If I say, like, people post pictures of snakes that they find in Cape Coral in their house or whatever, snakes are a big thing. All over the country, people post pictures of a snake, and I'm like, I don't know, but you got to burn your house down. I got flagged in Facebook. Flagged. I got put in Facebook jail for 30 days. 30 fucking days for that shit. But you can just go up on stage and smack someone, and we're going to give you an Oscar.
I thought that was handled so poorly, and
2 seconds ago you were defending it. Well, they had to do it because he's getting this award.
No. I said that they let him. They handled it different. I don't know if they handled it differently because he was black, but I said they handled it poorly, and they handled it because he was getting an award later. And if they'd pulled him and escorted him out of the building like they should have done, and apologized to Chris Rock,
they could have just let people spend more time on their speeches
or something. Yeah, I think they handled it poorly. But the only thing I disagree with was the race thing. I don't know if it probably did.
But they're afraid of being called racist.
It probably did weigh in on it.
But
I don't think it was the only reason. That's just my 2 cents. Rob can have his 2 cents.
Okay.
I'll have you have your 2 cents. Doesn't matter.
I do think that the Academy is afraid of being called racist, and I do think that the fact that we live in fear of being called racist just goes to show how big the fucking problem is. Because the word racist gets fucking thrown around. That's a big accusation to make about somebody, is that they're racist.
Yeah.
That's like the worst thing you can call a white person. And I don't think we should just throw that word around. I think it's very serious. I think it's a very serious issue. And I think when you throw the word racism around about every fucking thing under the sun, or you try to be politically correct all the fucking time, you perpetuate the problem. In fact, inflame the problem. Whereas the reality is we're all the fucking same. Doesn't matter what color you are, who you fuck, what your religion is. We're all the fucking same. Stupid. Hate all these people. They're dumb. Comments. Go ahead.
Haha, yes, you'll fit right in here, but I have fucking kids, so they are worse than Doug.
I don't know.
Nothing's worse than Doug.
I can bribe children, and Randall has suggested that you eat me real good and give her some good D when you're done. Not happening. And he says, I'll change your focus for a second. I drove 80 miles to my mini bike to do a couple of jobs so I could send Nicole some money to help her out, even though she blocked me on everything. That's not a healthy choice. I don't know what to tell you, Randall. Like, okay, first of all, my frustration on Doug is getting taken out on you right now. It's being taken out on you right now. And I don't mean this, but I was probably maybe a little too patient with you this weekend.
No.
This is not a healthy situation for either of you. For those of you who don't know, Randall and Nicole used to date. Their relationship did not work out. They have split up. As Randall has just told you, she has blocked him on everything. Focus on yourself.
Yeah, Randall. Focus
Move
on the Randall.
fuck on. I love you. But seriously, no. Take care of yourself. She needs to take care of herself. You need to take care of yourself. Stop. You're being stupid. I love you. Okay. And then Anne says, when it comes to, like, what is it with that? Everybody's gonna fucking piss me off. Every man that I meet is gonna piss me off tonight. Steve, if you make me mad, so help me God.
Anne what about Platty? Platty could do it.
It comes down to fucking right around zero excuses. He slapped someone because his ego got hurt.
His ego got hurt worse after, I think.
Well, I think his ego got hurt by his fucking crazy ass wife a long fucking time before that ever even fucking happened.
I hear you.
And that's why it happened. Randall says if it was a white actor that smacked Chris Rock, he would have been banned and his award taken away from him. I agree with you. And Randall says that's okay. And he says, I am. And he says, Randall is giving stalker vibes. She is no longer interested. Move on.
That is a Dr. Phil moment brought to you by Cindy.
We say it because we love you. And if you want to give away your money arbitrarily, give it to me. I'll take your money.
Use it on you, Randall.
Shut up. I will take your money. Send me your money.
Get some big forks for the mini bike. Money. Make a chopper.
And then and she says, and I mean that in the nicest way I can.
Mom way.
And he says, that's why I changed my page. Stop. Just stop.
And speaking of,
Nicole says, I didn't get the notification that you're alive, but I am here. I'm glad you're here. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I have been yelling at. Yeah. Everybody needs to focus on themselves right now. Back to the hashtag. What is going on in this? It's like, are the stars misaligned?
I don't know what the hell's going on
between
tonight.
The birds and the scooters and you being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Randall being a stalker, giving away money arbitrarily. Like, I don't know.
I don't know what's happening.
What is happening in the universe? I don't fucking know. I was so excited to do the podcast. I was so prepared for it, and it has not gone in any way, shape, or form the way I thought it was going to go. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I don't know. Congrats, Justin is trending. So this is actually something I'm probably going to cry when I talk about this.
Uh-oh. Is this some sob story that we're going to love? And we're going to want to take this kid, Justin, under our wing?
So there was this guy, Justin, he was looking for a job and he has a disability and he's officially been hired for a job. He's going to be a commercial cleaner and he wants to take a moment to celebrate using the hashtag congrats, Justin.
Yeah. Let's
take this special moment to celebrate. And I just thought that was really sweet. I got to see if I can find it, but it's hashtag congrats, Justin. So everybody join me in just wishing Justin congratulations on his job.
Good job.
We're so happy for you, Justin. Right. And we're sure that you're going to do amazing things there and your employer is going to be so happy that they hired you. So that makes me super happy. I had a picture of him somewhere. Where is it? I wanted to pull it up, but I can't find it.
So Tracy says, congrats, Justin. And Melanie says, Melanie is here too. We're watching you on our TV. Are we on TV?
Melanie is here and watching too. Oh, Melanie, her friend. Hey, Melanie, what's up?
So we're doing. And then Tracy says, Cocoa Puff sounds amazing.
I'm just going to show this real quick. Cocoa Puffs? How are we talking about Cocoa
Puffs? Because you
said
somebody was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, that makes sense. So here's Justin.
There he is.
And he got his job. And he's from Boston.
No, he's not.
Well, he's got a Boston shirt.
He's got a Boston shirt.
So congratulations to Justin.
Nice.
I am so fucking excited for you. And his Twitter is hashtag syndrome 22Q1. I don't know what that means. I don't know what his disability is, but I'm just really happy that he got a job. He seems really happy. And I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of negative shit in the world and a pain in the ass husband to my left. I'm always looking for something to be happy about. So congratulations, Justin. And thank you to the company that hired Justin. And thank you to the people in the world that give me hope. Even if Some people frustrate the living fuck out of me, who shall remain nameless. And here we have comments.
Cindy says, me just over here crocheting dreads and listening to Stacey's hard work today.
Oh, thanks, girl.
And I'm interrupting.
Are you crocheting your own dreads?
Says, yeah, she has a pretty big TV to watch, so you two are like life size.
That's terrifying.
Oh, I'm giant. Look at me.
I want to see. Can you send me? So you sent me a post, so it might be the dreads, but I would definitely like to see a video of you doing dreads and what kind you're doing. Are you using people hair? Are you using crochet? How are you doing?
Randall says, I love you.
And then we love you, and that's, if I didn't care, I would just be like this guy's fucking nuts, block him. But instead I'm like, we love you, and as your friend, stop doing that. We talked about this on Saturday. I had a migraine. Remember, I had a migraine, didn't feel good, took time out of my busy day to remind you, just no. Okay, so over here we have another hashtag, which was the offspring. This is actually interesting.
Are we going to keep it separated?
I know, actually, they're coming together with some really interesting folks.
Oh.
So they're doing the Riot Fest concert.
Yes,
and this is going to be in September. I'm not normally one to want to go to Bridgeview, Illinois in the middle of the summer. But this looks like it could be an interesting show. So it's Fall Out Boy, Beck, Slayer, Pavement, Rob Zombie, St. Vincent, The Offspring, Public Enemy, Sublime, Dr. Dog, I don't know who that is, Bright Eyes, the Marley Brothers, a bunch of other bands that I've never heard of, the Descendants, the Circle Jerks, Pennywise,
nice.
the Lawrence Arms. I really can't see, something just went in my eye. But there's a whole shitload of cool ass bands. God, it looks like
Spiritual Cramp is playing.
I can't even tell you how many bands are playing, but it's a fucking lot. It looks like a good time. And listen, if we had an RV, if we lived full time in an RV and traveled, I would love to do stuff like just travel to stuff like this and tell people about it and experience it firsthand and share that information with people, what it's like. It's going to be called Riot Fest, and it looks like a good time. So if you're interested in going to that, I definitely would want to check it out and live vicariously through you. I appreciate that as a music. And then Randall says, just think of how big your dick would look on that TV. Well, Doug's, we have watched porn. We've watched spider porn on our television. I highly recommend it.
It's not that big of a TV though. It's only like a 55.
55 is still pretty fucking big. What
life size?
What kind of privilege do we have that we don't think a 55-inch television is big?
No, it's But
we have friends with bigger friends.
90-inch TV is big.
Cindy says, they will be in my hair. We put some fake dreads in my hair to see how I like them, but I want them differently, so I'm making them how I prefer. And I have some synthetic and some real hair. I haven't done my natural hair yet, but I will eventually. I think it's very brave of you to do them yourself. The sectioning is really the most important thing. I can't wait to see them. I have woolies. Those are the colored pieces or woolies, but the rest is my hair. Somebody had actually asked yesterday for me to put my hair down. I'm going to just do it right now so you can see it. I think it was Shannon, and she's not here tonight, but somebody had asked. So here's my hair down. This is what it looks like.
It goes all the way down to China.
Yeah. See? Long. And so it's, but it's very fucking hot right now. So having this hanging down, not fun for me. Not fun for me at all. So congratulations on your locks.
Nice.
And then
we want to see it. And then she says, we're going to a full-time RV next year, hopefully.
Do you have to sell your house?
I saw 2 videos today.
Yeah.
That involved dicey situations for 2 of our YouTube people that we watch that do the RV situation. Apparently, black guy and a white guy, they have like the little mini Winnebago Echo.
No, but 2 dudes. The black guy, the black lady, and the white guy.
Yeah.
You said the black guy and the white guy, but I know which couple you're talking about. You're talking about
that couple.
Turn it up live.
Okay. So they were in a parking lot, and they just started noticing this white Explorer like driving back and forth and whatever. And then there was another truck that came and was driving back and forth, and they knew that the security guard in the lot went on break for 15 minutes at a certain time, and then so they went over like at the other side of the lot, and then they were starting to freak out because they were thinking, all right, well, if we pull the shades down and we just drive, and we start up the car and drive, we can't like let them know that we're trying to do that because they'll come and box us in, and who the hell knows what's going to happen. And so,
what did they end up doing?
they ended up ripping the shades down. He started up the van, and they took off. And then the people got out of the White Explorer and walked to the other side of the White Explorer when they left. But they were sitting there for like an hour. Like it was this whole creepy thing. And they weren't followed, and it wasn't. And then the other one was that woman that lives alone in her van. She's kind of the heavy set kind of woman with the
Creativity RV.
Yeah. She was saying that she was chopping like vegetables or whatever, and she just had her screen door behind her, and this guy came up and it was like looking in and stuff, and was trying to lure her outside, like showing her the phone, like trying to like get her to come outside and look at the phone. And she kind of looked, and there was other campers kind of keeping an eye on her. But she had a weapon, like, so she kind of put her hand up where she keeps the weapon to kind of talk. And the guy was like, "Can you help me? Can you help me?" All this stuff. She goes, "I need, I'm looking for campsite 31. Well, where they were was boondocking. So there were no numbered. So her dander's up or whatever. And so she, somehow like convinced, he's like, "Oh no, I rented a campsite here. It's campsite 31, whatever." And so said he had long hair, and both times I think the person that approached the car asked if they were veterans. It was like weird. And so so anyways, the guy eventually leaves. And so
they said they were veterans?
No, asked if they were veterans.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, both, I think in both instances. And so the guy leaves. She takes a picture of like his truck, so got his plate, and she texts her friends like, "Look, this guy was just here. Here's the number.
Yeah.
Here's where I am, just in case." And but there were other campers around that kind of knew that, like that knew kind of what was going on. So she calmed down, everything else. So she finds out that they had built a new campsite like off of that same road, maybe like a mile and a half or a couple miles down the road, which is not on GPS yet. And
so she was
looked it up
for no reason.
She looked it up, and there were 31 campsites. So she's like, I was probably good to keep my guard up on this one,
but she was wrong.
But I could have been wrong. So she's like, he like still acted not right, and her spidey sense was up. So it was very interesting. So we don't know if it was good or not, or if she was right about the other campsite. But it was one of those things. And her deal was that she had parked her like little mini Airstream, but she had disconnected the truck or something. So she couldn't just like run out and leave or something.
Yeah.
So it was like all dicey. So it was a good sort of kind of case study and to like kind of be careful in those situations. I will say this. And things like that.
I know both of these content creators because we've been watching them for years. Creativity RV, both of these RV channels, these people tend to be dramatic for the sake of likes. So while, yes, if you are traveling full time, you should have some sort of means of be aware of your surroundings and have some means of self-defense. But I think your biggest concern is in the wild is really ticks, not so much people, not so much bears, but like more ticks. I didn't watch these 2 episodes, but I have watched the Creativity RV woman be super dramatic about a lot of shit. Like,
that's her.
And I've watched the Turn It Up World people also be dramatic. Like, oh, we're quitting RVing. No, they're not quitting RVing.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
They say in every video. They're just doing it for the likes. And that's my problem with fucking a lot of creators is that they just fucking dramatize for the sake of dramatizing. Trust me, any drama you get here is 100%. There's a few little dramas. There's drama that we can't talk about on the pod because they involve other people, but the drama you get here is real for sure.
So, comments. So Cindy says, my daughter told me mine were going to get in my butt crack when I'm pooping. Do yours get in your butt crack?
I will tell you
Oh, you did mention this the other day.
I had a day where I had my hair up like such, and I went to wipe, and when I wiped, and it's going to be too much information, but my hair fell down. I had just wiped, and I leaned forward, and as my hair is falling down, it got like, honest to God, it was like this close to the toilet paper. And because it was like a wet poop, like it would have just been like, I would have cut the fucking thing off. I would have cut my hair if I had gotten poop on it. That's how fucking gross it was. So yes, you could get poop on your hair. But like you can get, you could get food on it. You can get anything on it, but that's why it's important to clean it. So I wash my hair, like we do deep cleanses. We do the deep cleanses, and I wash it like normal hair. But do I wash it 7 days a week? No, I don't think anybody should wash their hair 7 days a week. I do it like once a week, sometimes twice. 3 depends on what's going on.
Tracy says, imagine how much how much do you think your hair weighs?
I think we actually weighed it.
Well, when it's wet, it's crazy.
Forget
heavy.
it. We've never weighed. Did we try to weigh it wet once? It's probably, we'll go grab the scale. We'll do it right now.
No, we're not doing it.
Why not?
Because we're in the middle of a podcast. We have to a bunch of.
Yeah, but if you go in the other room, you'll be quiet and you won't fucking distract me from the topics that I've spent hours researching.
All right, well, let's get through these comments and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. All right, so Melanie has a 65-inch TV. My head must be gigantic on that. I have a giant head. And then Nicole says, we've been watching storm chasers and we've had 4 tornado warnings here in Minnesota so far. Stay safe, people.
Hey, actually, I got to ask Huddy if he's in the tornado warnings.
That's right. Huddy's up there. Ann says there's a few people who live in their vans and are having issues. And their instincts are in big alert. Just think of today's world. These girls were scared and self-defense is necessary. And then Cindy says, I've been wearing it up and probably will always wear it up. And my daughter French braided it tonight. And here you are, bad mouthing. You're saying your kids are worse than me or as bad as me or even close to being as bad as me. She sounds like a lovely daughter.
She does sound like a lovely daughter.
I don't
like
think
a good time. But it was nice of her to French braid your hair for you.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Anne says there are a few people who live in their vans that are having issues and their instincts are in big alert. I just think it's today's world. These girls were scared and self-defense is necessary. Yeah, again, yes, people have had issues with van life, particularly people that are parking places they're not supposed to. There have been issues, but there's so many people doing it that do it without incident. I'm not here to minimize anybody's experience, but I'm telling you, these 2 creators, literally, everything is super dramatic because they're doing it for the likes. They're doing it for the content. They want to be robbed. They want to be robbed. They want fucked up shit to happen so that they can get more likes for their channel. And that's for me is a problem. And of course, the one woman travels by herself. And then the other woman is traveling with her. I don't know if it's her husband or a partner, but so she's not alone. There's a shitload of solo female travelers. And most of them have never felt I've watched video after video after video of solo female travelers, and they feel safe on the road, as safe as they would feel in an apartment or anywhere else. I mean, I think the thing that's cool is if you're in an RV and you're in a place where you don't feel safe, you can leave.
Yeah, just drive away.
You ever had a neighbor that made you feel unsafe?
Oh,
I've had that.
Have you?
I had a fucking landlord that used to fucking let himself into my apartment while I was showering. So
that just gave me a chill. Cindy says, I'm referring to my adult child, my youngest child. It's my youngest that are assholes. That's crazy. I'm sorry that they must be teenagers. Then Nicole says they're safe. The storms went around us. Yay.
Yeah, I actually texted my pal Huddy and he said storms haven't gone up here. We had the tornado at my house a little over a month ago, but I'm up in Wisconsin right now.
He's in Wisconsin, not
she's in Michigan.
Yeah. So Randall says, I did pay my payment on my old school loan today, and I bought 12 2024 Charles III Australian $1 kangaroo coins for half price. They're 1 ounce of pure silver dollars. That's the first I've heard of them.
Nicole, can you tell me where the
where the storms are?
Asking now. Nicole, can you tell me what town or roundabout area? Because I was just telling my friend Huddy, whose parents live there. Also, my aunt is asking. No issues. Mid pod. Okay, so I did pay my payment on my old student loan from today. You read that?
Yeah, I don't know what Charles Laquadera silver dollars are. They're Australian.
There's also a ton of programs right now to help you pay your student loans. You can just look up and use them to pay off your student loans.
Did you see today Biden was trying to do the same thing with medical debt that he's doing with the student loans?
Okay, but this money has to come from somewhere. We can't just keep printing money and doing things like it's fairyland.
We're gonna steal it from.
And let's talk about all the medical people who didn't go to school because they didn't have the money to go to school. Oh, but everybody who took out loans now doesn't have to pay their debt, but you didn't go to school because you couldn't afford to go. Or people who don't get medical treatment. There's so many treatments that we can't afford for me to get.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of
are you fucking kidding me? How about
so we could go out and rack up a bunch of medical debt and get it get it wiped clean.
The problem is that the medical debt that we would go into, these places require cash. And we looked at Spoonoggle Institute.
Yeah, we can't.
It's gonna be $200,000.
I
don't have 200 grand, and they want it up front. And he says, I only owe like $1,800. If you can get it for free, get it for free, I guess. Atkin, McGrath, Baynard, Moose Lake, St. Cloud, those areas. Okay, so.
And then Melanie chimes in. I call my son Sasshole all the time. He spends too much time with my sister's teenagers. Oh, that sounds like some bad influences coming. And Randall says, probably could have paid it off. I was only taking care of my bills. Well, what did we tell you to do today, Randall? Take care of yourself.
I'm sick of repeating it. I've said it once. I've said
and
it.
Cindy will come.
Times.
Don't make Cindy come down there, Randall.
It's not even about. It's just like
She'll mom you.
I can't watch any of my friends make fucking bad decisions. Like I can't. Like you want to destroy your life, you want to make stupid decisions. That's on you. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you it's okay. And there gets to a point where I'm just like, you are bound to determine to fuck up your life. So okay, that's fine. If you want to do it, that's your choice. But honestly, please don't tell me. If you're going to do it, just don't tell me because I care about you and I can't watch you make fucking stupid decisions. I can't do it.
If you can believe TikTok, speaking of coins, there's a Sacagawea dollar that on the back of the Sacagawea dollar is the South Carolina, back to the South Carolina quarter.
Yeah.
That's worth like like 200 grand.
Which is crazy because my grandmother had a fucking shitload of those coins. The Sacagawea
Who's got them now? Let's dig her up.
Some stupid fucking relative of mine, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so that was the hashtag. Congrats, Justin. Hashtag for you is trending. I don't know why. I can't figure out why the fuck, but this podcast is for you.
It's not for kids.
This is my podcast. This is your podcast. From Massachusetts to Cape Coral, Florida, to the Gulf where there's water.
Yeah. To Panama Canal.
Santa Barbara Boulevard. This pod was made for you and me. Now we've met our hashtag requirement. And Botox is trending.
Oh.
I don't know why the fuck Botox
well,
is
it looks
trending.
great on me. I'm really 87 years old. And just look at me. Just all looking youthful.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I know a lot of people that are getting Botox, and I know people have gotten it in their armpits so that they don't have to wear deodorant. I know people have gotten it for Bell's palsy.
Is that a thing? You get it in your underarm so you don't...
Yeah, like if you have hydro, the one where you fucking sweat constantly.
Hydrocephalus.
Hydrolysis, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, so people do that, but I mean, you're injecting a poison into your body. Like,
yeah, that's weird.
And your face doesn't fucking move. Like, I don't, I mean, listen, if you do whatever makes you happy, but I care about you. And I think that the character on your face is like beautiful. We want to see the scars. Look at my husband. He has a beautiful vulva right between his eyes. Not to be confused with a vulvo, but if you look, it's like a little baby vulva.
And I have a washboard forehead.
I'm starting to get one. There's that one little wrinkle there.
Yeah.
But I don't listen, I'm proud of my wrinkles. And I like the most beautiful women I ever met or saw in my life were my grandmothers, and they were old and wrinkly. I was actually looking forward to getting wrinkly hands.
Like the paper hand,
right there,
paper skin. Tracy says, but it wears off every 6 months and then it absorbs into your goddamn body, fools. And then I'm sorry, we keep getting things. Nicole got to see the sasshole come out tonight. It's like the groundhog comes out.
Did Cindy get Cindy's comment? Oh, don't get me started. I nicely hurt feelings.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. We know, we kind of know that about Cindy, but we'll share that with everybody else so that they know and are aware. Like it might be worth it if one and done. Like if you could just do it.
Chemicals in your body that have a permanent effect on you. I mean, you want
hyperhidrosis is the
hyperhidrosis
yeah.
there. I went on a date once.
My niece got it in her hands due to hyperthyroid. Her hands would pour sweat.
So why are we not dealing with the underlying health issues that are causing these problems? Why not? I actually went on a date with a guy who had hyperhidrosis. It was so, I felt bad for him. So I'm still Facebook friends with him. His name is Matt. So we went to dinner in our lunch at some place in Plymouth. We met at the bar. We were going to have drinks and snacks or whatever. And he was sweating profusely. It was hot. And he was sweating profusely and like kept blotting. And he was like, I'm sorry, I have hyperhidrosis and I'm sweating profusely and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't care. Like, but he was so insecure about it. Like I felt bad for him, but it was like I felt bad for him and I'm still friends with him to this day, but it was like I wasn't attracted to him because confidence is sexy. Y'all fake it till you make it. Don't explain yourself to anybody. If somebody has a question, they'll ask, especially me. I'll ask you. I'll be
what do you have that's wrong with you?
Well, clearly nothing. I have so many things wrong with me.
You have poop in your hair.
I don't have poop in my.
At
At least that was funny.
That was funny.
I do not have poop in my hair, but I do. I feel bad for like. Listen,
Yeah,
people.
look at Justin.
If you have something like hyperhidrosis or some other
Halitosis.
person's problem, halitosis, whatever
Some
your
sort of
problem,
osis.
whatever you have, I assure you, maybe you have a massive zit. By the way, right now, if you look real close, what is that right there? See it?
Oh, look at you.
Gonna put concealer on. Decided that I didn't want to, but like y'all didn't notice my zit until I fucking told you about it, right? Like
she's all confidence, vim and vigor.
Everybody is focused on themselves. They're not thinking about you. Of course, tonight people are thinking, "Wow, this podcast is really gone off the rails." I don't know if people like it when it goes off the rails. When you're driving me crazy.
It went off the rails in a different way tonight. Normally, it's you saying crazy crap that probably shouldn't be said in the world.
But tonight it was just you being disruptive.
I was just laughing.
I wanted to put you in the corner with a dunce cap on. I'm going to make a dunce cap and make you wear it from now on.
No.
What, you guys could do one thing that would help us out so much is to tell us what we do that you like and what we do that you think is stupid, because we're trying to make the podcast as good as we can for you guys. We're working round the clock on it, and we may just be heading in the wrong direction.
To be honest, we just come in here and wing it. We have some hashtags, we have some stories, some funny things. But like for the most part,
you come in here and wing it.
Yeah, because I'm a winging guy. I'm not all uptight like you think I am.
So I prepare stories for the podcast. I research them.
Yeah. And
I have things that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
You argue with me, interrupt me.
I'm terrible.
Tell me I'm wrong. Put things on screen for too long and look at the screen like a serial killer. Sometimes.
Sometimes what?
Sometimes you don't suck. But today,
I'll take it. So Tracy says she's all broken out. It's because of the heat.
Girl, I think, okay, hear me out. It's the new moon. We just had the new moon last week. I think it's parasite related. I think we all have parasites. I have noticed for myself, I get especially constipated near the new moon. Always.
Interesting. And you know what's good for that? Botox. And then Cindy says, going off the rails makes it fun. Just random talk is best.
Oh, there you go.
Rude Moon.
Is that what it's called?
You live in Rude Moon, Georgia.
Ooh. Chris Rock is also trending. Obviously, we talked about that. Yeah. Adam Sandler has a new movie coming out on Netflix. People are excited about that. So he was in the topics. Metallica is apparently, they're doing Fortnite Fest. So apparently Fortnite is this huge thing, and they're having like a Fortnite Fest. And Metallica is the official band, and they're doing Fortnite branded merch. So Metallica, who was like all stand up against, stand up for musicians everywhere, is now selling out to the Fortnite people, I guess. But if they're making money and they're still at it. I had a bunch of other topics that I wanted to cover that I had fortunately been able to find a way to get ChatGPT.
Nice.
I was talking to Melissa today about using ChatGPT. It's getting better and better. It's going to be integrated into it's going to be blowing up. Okay, so I still can't tell. I think Real Housewives of New Jersey might be canceled.
See, I thought just the reunion was canceled, but I think they might actually be talking about canceling it. I don't know.
Real House of New Jersey has been canceled. The decision to end the show comes after a series of controversies and declining ratings. The final season will feature a reunion special where the cast members will address various conflicts and unresolved issues. The cancellation has shocked many fans who have followed the series over a decade. That's what I got.
Yeah.
So, and of course, you can discuss the impact of the Real Housewives of New Jersey's cancellation on reality TV. Listen, people are sick of, I don't know. If I watch something on television that just seems completely unrealistic, I don't want anything to do with it. Unless it's unless it's like Harry Potter unrealistic. Then
that's supposed to be unrealistic.
But I like listening to ugly people be nasty to each other while they're carrying $6,000 handbags and driving $200,000 cars.
It's not a good look.
I don't know. It's just, it seems gauche. A new species has been found.
Oh, I'm all about the new species.
Well, we're gonna have to. Okay, so apparently there's these new AI suits.
Yeah,
it's an exosuit that helps runners sprint faster by assisting hip extension. So maybe it changes the way that you run. But
I can't wait for AI to come out with some sex
That
objects.
doesn't even seem like AI. How is that AI
don't
though?
know.
That's
Maybe-
artificial intelligence. Like maybe.
Yeah,
it
I
does.
don't know. Yeah.
And then the other one was that there was a new species of snake found in Saudi Arabia. It is.
I hope it's poisonous.
Not the page isn't available.
Oh,
so
maybe, yeah.
new species snake in Saudi Arabia. It's called a.
The Rhinocalamus hajascisius.
If any of you can pronounce this correctly, I will
we're gonna
be
put this in the comments.
really fucking impressed if you can pronounce that.
It's
that's the problem with having a fucking new snake being discovered in
I think
Saudi
that-
Arabia.
you know what I
is
think
that
that-
it's called a habaguga.
I think that means snake with big nose in Latin.
Okay, let's try this. Rhinechocolamus. Rhinechocolamus.
Rhinechocolamus
hajascus is a small snake that we call Bob. And it's about 25 to 40 centimeters from the tip of the snout to the tip of the tail. It lives in the Hejaz Mountains of western Saudi Arabia. The new snake belongs to the genus with 5 species of secretive snake, which are widely distributed from Egypt to Iran.
So here's the thing: did we just like modern man like just discover this, or did like the Egyptians building the pyramid? They're like, oh, they move a rock. Oh, this snake.
I have no idea, but this is what it looks like.
Bring it. That's kind of cool.
It's really pretty.
How do you miss that out in the desert?
I think you do.
Secretive.
It hides under rocks. It hides places, but now you know it's a special kind of fucking rock.
I like it.
And then, of course, there's all kinds of other stories that I had prepared for tonight, like the oh boy, here's some of the stories that we're not going to get to tonight. Dark matter decoded, AI and NASA map gamma ray bursts, why espresso is so good, marine fungus that eats plastic, long-term weight loss. A study found that gastric bypass can maintain weight loss for 20 years. My friend Trace is here. She had gastric bypass. She looks fucking fantastic. And it's been a while since she had it done. My friend Darcy had it done. Y'all, if you think gastric bypass is the easy fucking way out, oh my God, I think it's harder than like diet and exercise. And by the way, these people do diet and exercise. And a lot of times there's like hormonal issues, but they have to eat like such small amounts. They have to take supplements. They can't eat and have water at the same time. You have to be very careful about alcohol consumption because a lot of people who have gastric bypass have become alcoholics. Yet you can't eat anything, so you're fucking drunk all the time. And she said, I had a gastric sleeve 3 years ago on the 7th. And Trace says it looks poisonous.
Oh, that snake. That it looks nice. I like him. He's secretive. He doesn't want to bite you. What about astronaut food that's dehydrated? Could you eat that? It goes in your stomach and it rehydrates. Could that cause an issue?
I have no idea. I'm just looking to see if this snake
is poisonous.
They don't tell you if it's poisonous or not.
I don't think they know. They just discovered it.
Well, somebody's going to get bit by it.
They named it something unpronounceable. So there you go.
I'm sorry. What did you just say that I missed?
I said, if you have a gastric bypass and you eat astronaut food, which is freeze dried, it goes into your belly and then it rehydrates.
Well, it can't rehydrate because you can't have anything to eat and drink with it. They do. They call it a small secretive snake. A small secretive snake.
That's what I call my penis.
But I've asked the simple question, and they have not answered it as to whether or not it is poisonous.
It might be too new.
They found the cause of inflammatory bowel disease, snake species. They found a supernova on the Webb telescope. They found 400,000-year-old flint tools. There was a shipworm mystery, AI tattoo creator, Barbie movie trends, salmon bites for pets, never back down trend on TikTok. Like all kinds of shit is fucking trending, but we're not going to get it tonight. Why can't you tell me if it's poisonous? Yes, but is it poisonous? Is it poisonous? Sorry, I meant to ask if it was poisonous. So I'd like to do our
what we could have done better today.
Why can't you just answer the fuck? Is it poisonous? Not considered venomous. It is not venomous. Harmless to humans. They are small, fossorial, burrowing, and primarily prey on small invertebrates such as insects and
so they're beneficial.
Aren't insects and arachnids like or don't arachnids fall into the category
I
of
don't
insects?
think so. Apparently not.
Okay.
They're adjacent.
So we talked about what we did today, what we could have done better.
I could have definitely
been
done
more
this
focused.
podcast better. I interrupted you too much. I was too silly, and
I
people
when
don't
you're
like silly Doug.
I know I like when you're silly. I like when you have fun. I just want to, I want to do my hard work for a reason.
No, I apologize for that because
fine.
sometimes I get out of control.
It's, I mean,
Look, I'm a
but
wild
I want
man.
you to interact. I want it to be funny, but I want it to be fun and not like.
You want it to be your funny.
No. Okay. I could do a better job at protecting my energy from other people. I think I did a good job of turning it around this afternoon. But when we're in the middle of a podcast and you're stressing me out, I don't know what to do. So I'm working on that. I'm working on I don't know what I could have done better tonight. I feel like the podcast wasn't the best example of podcast. I wasn't feeling well today. I got a late start. So I feel like I'm getting back into my groove, but I need to do a better job of getting back on track. And so I'm gonna continue to work on that.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna be very happy when this week of crazy fucking weather gets by, and I'm gonna be very happy when I have a proper shit. I'm hoping for some diarrhea, to be honest with you. I think I need to go to Waffle House.
Go to Taco Bell or something.
No, I'm thinking about going to Waffle House and ordering some hollandaise. I feel like if hollandaise from the Waffle House will make me shit
that's
my
probably
pants.
You there's probably a list somewhere on of Holland, like places where you get hollandaise that will give you the greatest percentage of giving you diarrhea. I think probably like a Mexican gas station hollandaise sauce would be bad. And then,
I've had gas station deviled eggs that haven't given me diarrhea. So
where?
In New Hampshire. Remember when Victoria tore her meniscus and I had to drive up and pick her up?
Yeah.
Yep. And then so the comments.
Oh yeah, I was asking about the astronaut food. She says, "Good question." I would say if you just eat it super slow. I don't know if the freeze dried, it's freeze dried, right? I don't think it just rehydrates. I don't think you can. It's not like dried.
It's freeze dried.
It's freeze dried.
You'll probably be fine. Dehydrated food, I don't know. Randall says I could have listened to people that actually care about my well-being, and I'm grateful for true friends. Yeah, that's what you got right here, motherfucker.
That's right.
Your real friends are the
It's
ones
too
that are
late
going
for
to
you
tell
now.
you you're being stupid.
You can't run.
Tracy said, I would like to find a way to have my family communicate better. I could definitely do a better job of protecting my energy. I wish I could sleep better. I've been trying breathing exercises and meditation.
Oh, she has been trying the meditation.
So sleep hygiene is super crucial. You want to have, a routine that you do every night. One thing that you could do, and I know that with the, you don't have a tub in your house, but you do in the main house, an Epsom salt bath. Magnesium oil is another one. You could just spray your whole body with magnesium oil. That will help with pain. It will help with sleep. Phenibut is another excellent option. Doug has used Phenibut many a time because he used to have a really rough time sleeping.
Yeah.
And Phenibut comes in both a powder and a tablet. I believe you like the powder better.
Powder acts quicker, but it tastes awful.
So you take that shit, puts you to sleep. It's available at health food stores. Excuse me. It was invented for the cosmonauts.
Yeah, cosmonauts. So it doesn't have any lags. Like you can wake up and you'll be fine.
Shut your lights off in your house.
Oh.
But not only do you want to shut your lights off, but there's all these little fucking stupid things that have these little fucking
like the chargers
LED
and
lights,
stuff. Yeah.
Your chargers,
your TV.
clocks, your TV. Get yourself some electrical tape. Cover all that shit up. Develop a sleep hygiene that involves, which easy to say, like you got this podcast and you got to right after the podcast, stop watching. Maybe do it like dim your lights down.
Have a glass of milk.
There are things you can take tryptophan, but magnesium will definitely help. I use cannabis oil for sleep. Northern Lights will knock me the fuck out. I can't take if I take Northern Lights before the podcast, I can't make it through the podcast. Then we have, just the sleep hygiene. You got it.
And Randall says that he has to have a fan on. A lot of people like that. No one's like that.
For me, I like naked. I like the proper amount of blanket, a minimal amount of snoring. Not to point any fingers.
Pointing? That's rude.
This morning, I wanted to go back to sleep and you were snoring your fucking head off. I should have put things on your head and taken pictures. I mean,
you could have.
Time.
Yeah.
And then, so that's, I don't know. I felt like, what did you get done today? Did you get your stuff done? I as much as I did get a lot done, as much as I felt like I was unfocused. I watched television smut, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
That made me laugh. I played some video games, which again, I was unfocused, but it got me through the day. I took a bath. I drank the Smooth Moves tea. I ate a shitload of coconut oil. I took magnesium. I took Fen Cho. So I did a bunch of stuff to help myself.
Yeah, you
poop.
did.
I had
You
a
did.
green juice for dinner instead of food. I helped Melissa today. I texted a few other friends. I reached out to my pal Huddy about the hurricanes. I had a good time with you guys. I spent a lot of time preparing for the podcast and doing research. When Doug was starting his downward spiral today, I redirected him, put my headphones on, and listened to Muck Sticky, which helped me to turn it around.
Sticky.
And I, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was, could it have been a better day? Yeah, but I think I did an okay job, and I listened and I took Melissa's words into heart when she said to me, don't put your focus on this is killing you. Put your focus on the good things that are happening and what's working and, the opportunity that presents itself when you learn something. So I watched the numbers. I didn't do as much interaction. So our followership is down. And until I consistently post again, it's going to take a little while to get it back up where it was. But I'm fortunate that so many of you have been so supportive in sharing the podcast and telling your friends about it and liking and sharing in the comments. Of course, sharing the short form videos would help us a ton if you want to do that or comment on them. Those super help. And I think that the short videos, a lot of the short videos that are coming out now are from like episode 16, 17. So for those of you who weren't here, really funny.
They're really good. Courtney says, what?
Hey, beautiful. And girl, we're just closing up for the night. We missed you last night.
We did. Tonight. And we missed Hookah Bob tonight as well.
Yeah, I hope it's
okay. Today, I always feel like I should be more productive, like during the day.
Yeah.
But I think if I look back on it, I was fairly productive.
That's why I always say to like do your ta-da list. Ta-da! Tell us what you got done. Like, so you did get stuff done.
Yeah, and there's some of the stuff that it's a little bit amorphous. I have to look and see what this company needs and what I want to do and how I'm going to do it and all that stuff. And it was kind of like, it's kind of hard to do. Like all that stuff was in the back of my mind when I'm trying to read the stuff and analyze the stuff. And it was like, so it was kind of intense. But I can work on it again tomorrow.
But you made progress on these.
Oh, I made progress.
You went from zero groundwork to making a bunch of progress, even though you didn't have completion in anything. You made progress.
Yeah,
that's where making small goals helps. I think, like when you make a small goal, is spend 20 minutes working on this project, and then it's check. You checked it off because you worked on it for 20 minutes.
Well, it's funny. I had nothing, and then I had these 2 calls, and then I have a pile of stuff I have to figure out here, and a big pile of stuff I have to figure out here. And so I was like, what do I do first?
New potential client, the church, the podcast, and the album.
And and thanks everybody for requesting.
Please keep doing it.
They did mention today before they played it that they've been getting emails for it. So that was great. And actually one of my friends sent out a thing. He actually went to junior high and high school with him. He was putting up a digital hotel card or something that he has through work. For anybody that would request the song and stuff like that. I'm sure they either hate us or love us. I don't know what they're doing, but
we've been plugging them a lot.
Inundated.
If you're not already following them, US 41 Radio, give them a follow. Like they're supporting local musicians. It's not going to cost you anything to follow them, but it does support not only the channel, which only has 1,000 followers, but it also supports the local musicians, and it supports the Twisted Fork, which is one of their sponsors, where they do their they go live every Sunday, Saturday and Sunday.
So the ones I know about, the guy John that was giving out the gift card.
Yep.
My son Wes, you, Tracy,
Christina,
Zach,
Huddy,
my brother Steve, Huddy, Wes, and that's almost 10. On just today alone. So hopefully we'll climb up that top 10 chart and we'll be good. But no, thank you for everybody in the support and everything. And
no, we really appreciate it.
Makes me want to make more music.
By the way, if you're new here, because there's a bunch of people watching over on TikTok, Twitter, we're banned from TikTok for the time being. For those of you watching on Twitter, Doug just put out his first album at 58 years old. He put out his first solo album. The song Smiles Like the Sun is in rotation on US 41 Radio. You can just go douggear.com and you will see links to his music on all the websites. Check it out. Let us know what you think.
They even said on the air today, they goes, it's Doug Gear with 2 E's, not an A. And I was like, oh, thank you for that. That's very good.
Told everybody how to spell it. Yep.
And then and Courtney says, our AC went out, so they've been working on that. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
so sorry about your AC, but she also lives
This is Missouri.
so it's how hot can it possibly be?
We're having a heat wave. I don't know if you saw.
Oh,
There's
Missouri's
a
not
giant
that
heat
hot?
bubble. I don't know if you've seen this. The news. They're trying to scare everyone with this giant heat bubble.
We're all gonna melt. Actually, there was a whole thing where they had like I saw a video today where they're testing Russian missiles off the coast.
Oh yeah, they're down. It's like they're down in Cuba doing something. Yeah, it's
concerning.
weird.
It's
Yeah,
concerning. Although they the United States military has done ops down there for years. But one of the things that's crazy, actually, Dr. Phil covered this on his show, and he covered it on Rogan, and he covered it in his interview with Trump on Saturday, which I have not watched. But they did a map of the United States and all the farmland that the Chinese government has purchased in the United States.
To see.
But what's even crazier is they did an overlay map, and you can look this up. Actually, I'll pull it up. They did an overlay map, and it was with all the military bases in the United States. And it happens to be that a lot of them are right next to military bases, which is mildly concerning.
So Matthew says, I got a Viking stove off Marketplace today. Super excited about it.
Holy
nice get.
Nice. Wow, good for you.
And Courtney says it was 90 today. It gets hot as balls every summer, and we don't have an ocean to jump into. Well,
lakes though.
You know what? You have lakes, you have ponds. You should probably with running around naked, you probably have a cold plunge thing. Oh, get a bunch of those like little kiddie pools. Those are fun. Jump from one to the other. When one gets hot, jump to the other. Or come visit Marital Hate folks down and we'll take you down the beach. But our ocean, actually, Courtney, our ocean is crazy warm. It's like a hot tub. You just stick your feet in it, and that does not bode well for us during hurricane season, because that's the warm water is jet fuel for the hurricanes. So
I just want to pull this up real quick. So this is just a clip of it from Rogan, but just so you guys can see it, you can look it up yourselves, but you'll see base, and then there's all this land around them that they've purchased. So people are finding that to be concerning or interesting. Not to send you to bed with that thought, but I do think that it's time for us all to drop out of society and form a big commune, like I say every night.
Well, Courtney says we have a pool, but I call it my pond. Do you have turtles in there? Because if I had like a pond, pool.
Well, she's calling it a pool, but she calls it her pond.
I know, but I would still if I live I can't put turtles in here.
She can't put turtles in her pool.
She should, yeah.
But her pool also has chlorine.
Oh,
it's an actual pool, but she calls it her pond. Damn. So, one thing that we'll do in the summer, we're getting there, is we'll do the podcast like right from the pool. Like if it was like 1 degree hotter, we would be doing it from the pool. Right now.
And it was rainy, right up until the podcast, and now it's sort of stopped. So I'll have to check our radar.
I would like to do our gratitude. I am grateful for my gift from Platty. Thank you, Platty.
Yeah, if you guys missed it, he sent us a bunch of stickers from his thing.
I'm so super thankful for this fan. I'm thankful for your acknowledgement of the fact that you were driving me insane. I don't know what you're on your phone for, but that's driving me crazy too. I am thankful for the deviled eggs you made me for breakfast. I'm thankful for my wonderful chat with Melissa. And I'm also super thankful for all the people that come night after night and support the podcast. Cheryl, go Bills.
Go Bills.
Heather, go Gays. And of course, a shitload of people over on Twitter. And oh boy, let's start at the top and work our way down. Platty, Ann, Stephen, Trace, Randall, Heather, we already got, Cindy, Courtney, Nicole. Oh, Nicole was there with her friend Melanie.
Yeah.
Randall, Cindy, Nicole. I think we got everybody. Is that everybody? Who do we forget?
I think that's everybody.
I think that's everybody. But we're so grateful for you guys, and I'm glad that we've got this nice little community. Remember that these people and everybody. Hookah Bob's not here tonight. That's a little weird. So everybody keep Hookah Bob in your thoughts.
Hookah.
I'll check on him. But Hookah Bob's not here, so I'm a little worried about him. But he's probably just fucking tired. He's unpacking that house.
Yeah. Sure.
Matt's friends with him too, so we'll probably all reach out. I love that we've created this great little community. I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful that everybody's made friends here. I think that we're all invested in each other. We're all certainly invested in, everybody getting better at being a human. And I think that's going to come in handy when we all live on a hippie commune / cult together.
And the prerequisite of living in that is being human.
Oh, you don't have to be human. You have to be a decent human being.
You'd be like ape-like.
No, I don't. You can be ape-like if you want to be, but just be a decent person.
Yes, you have to be a decent person.
What do you got for gratitude?
Gratitude. I'm grateful for you
Thank
today. I'm grateful for this podcast and everybody that comes and the support for my music endeavors. Thankful for, because this is like friendship for us. You know, this
I
is.
look forward.
This
It was
is
funny because when Melissa had actually texted me and wished me luck on the podcast, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I never leave." Little did I know that I needed luck on the podcast
because of me.
But normally, I look forward to doing the podcast all day. I just hang out with my friends, and
Yeah.
sometimes, I do research to try to, have some content, and so that we can have an interesting discussion. But really, the cool part is that I get to hang out with really cool people who are really supportive of the people around them, and they're just really nice.
Yeah.
So that makes me really happy.
Yeah.
Any more gratitude?
I'm grateful that the radio station is playing my music. I
Yeah.
am grateful that I have a couple of
supporters.
potential opportunities for some work. Just happy that we didn't get the flooding here as bad as we probably could have. Happy about that. Grateful for all the food we had today because we had some deliciousness today. Grateful for Platty who sent us stickers. And I don't know. Just think that's about it.
All right. Well, there you go. Thanks, guys.
So
Have a great night.
wait.
What?
We have to read.
Oh,
So there are no chemicals in the pool. So because they never use it. And then so there probably are turtles. And so
I need to know more about this pool, by the way.
So this is good. I am thankful for both. This is Tracy. I'm thankful for both of you. I'm thankful for having a roof over my head. Thankful for Beck. I am thankful for pancakes for dinner. Oh, yum. I'm thankful for a funny night of sleepwalking where I did weird things with socks. Do tell. I'm thankful that your music is played a lot. I'm thankful for the hard work that this podcast is creating community for all of us. I'm thankful for my bed. Yes, indeed. And there's tadpoles in the pool.
There's nothing wrong with tadpoles in your pool.
And that's what the turtles are going to eat. So there you go. Thankful I made it, even if I was late.
Right.
Thankful for family and friends, marijuana, and just life in general.
Me too.
And she says, I'm an alien, so I hope that's okay.
Totally cool.
Well, we're not going to make you give green blood or anything. So
well,
you
the crazy thing, my friend Billy keeps telling me that I'm an alien. I didn't know, but now I know.
Why does he say that?
If I fucking knew what was going through the mind of Billy.
Yeah, well, that would be I'm
still having trouble rectifying the fact that he loves Monster Dawns.
So here's the thing.
I think take that in the ass. Are you fucking crazy?
Billy is crazy. You are also crazy. You like your minds are like, I don't know how your minds work a little bit. Steven, our
I fucking love Steven.
Is also that.
Can I just tell you, my life goal is to hang out with Steven and Billy and Tracy and Don, like basically all you guys.
Oh my god. Imagine Donna and Steve together. That would be.
Oh my god, fucking Donna. Wait till I tell you what Donna fucking did today. I can't talk about it on the podcast. It was that bad.
My mother has O negative blood, and I joke with her that it's alien blood.
I have O negative blood.
Of course you do.
So there you go. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, and stay tuned for the Pride thing that we do every night of Pride Month.
This podcast has been a waste of precious time.
We are signing
out. Bye.